patch is here, boys. What in the world? Hello and welcome to anyone who's already here. We have a motherfucking patch, and it is, by the scroll test, a big one. The scroll test tells me that this is gonna take a few hours to read. Just looking at the way that little bar is moving, it's barely moving. Alright, there are a fuck ton of things. I already have skimmed ahead and looked at a few things, but I have not read through the patch in its entirety by any means. So let's fucking see. Yeah, so we have a new patch called the Wandering Waters Update. The 7.38 gameplay update. Much like the Galactic Water Miners in the movie and possibly the book Dune Part 2, Dota has always been the only game in any genre that believes water is always the most valuable resource in both the universe and our universe. The universe. I like that they're outing themselves hard as Dune fans. I'm a big Dune fan as well. Very nice. It's kind of crazy then that it's taken us more than a decade for us to finally prove that bold claim by saying it out loud in print. And if that was all we did, it would be enough. But we didn't stop there. We've remade the river that runs through the Dota map. Oh boy, I see that, dude. What in the... What? It goes like this? Oh, interesting. Remade the river that runs through the Dota map. Not only is it wider, its current can speed your movement. Conversely, a new river is evolving. Amphibious creeps can drastically slow your movement by killing you. Okay. That's not all. How about a new resource? Waterstone, you say, in retrospect? That would have made sense. But it's actually called Madstone. You can use it to craft your own unique neutral items, which is crazy. So the name actually fits pretty well. We also made some other updates, replaced wisdom runes with much cooler wisdom shrines, and made a bunch of quality of life changes. It's all too much detail for one blog post, which means you'd be unlucky if we made out of luck unless we made a page dedicated to describing all the stuff in great detail, which we did. Yeah, I mean, let's just head right here towards the nitty gritty of it, I think, because this is okay. This is giving us some information, but I think we see that on this page as well. If we scroll down, I think we get to that anyway, or maybe not. Hold up. Let's just go to the website, actually. Yeah, I think you might see all the information there. Yeah, website has the flavor stuff. In-game is just the exact changes. Honestly, I'll read in-game then. If you want a short summarized version, you can look at the website for it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna look in-game. Actually, hold up. Let me quickly evaluate here. Okay, I'll look at the flavor stuff because it looks kind of nice. Give me 1 second, and I'll bring this up on screen for you.
Waga cat.
Beautiful Gandolfino. Hello. All right. I have this this glorious patch here. Yeah, it's more comprehensible than the bullet points in the thing. It's not for long. We're just gonna look at this and then we'll go in game as well. So, a better, wetter world. Yeah, wandering waters. Run with the currents. to your lane faster.
Wake
This
up,
is interesting.
Samurai. New patch dropped Pog.
Indeed. Sup, fun Thomas. A better, wetter world. Dota's map dividing waterway has always been little more than a watery line in sand, separating the warring factions. But yeah, update to the river. So first of all, the river has changed to be this sort of a nice Tetris block here, and then that connects to the center river, I guess, through like a little water tunnel here and here. They have a new creep camp, evolutionary leap. The creep camps are also getting refreshed in Wandering Waters in the form of new amphibious creep types that evolve from Polywog to Boglet to Croaker throughout the match. Interesting. The upside of the downstream. All these new waterways in the jungle aren't just an upgrade to the scenery. Running with the current gives you a speed boost towards your safe lane, without slowing you down if you're running against the flow. Okay, so you don't actually have a speed penalty for going against the flow, but you do have a speed buff if you go with it. Interesting. Roshan is back in the river, boys. That is good news if you ask me. I'm so happy to see Roshan be more central again, so you can actually contest it. I feel like Roshan contesting has been literally impossible for so long now. I really hated the side Roche, corner Roche. It's been awful. Let's be real. 2 Roche pits in the river. Smack down, we can go all around it. This is much more contestable. I like this. So yeah, we're back to the center Roche. Transient Tormentors. Tormentors no longer spawn near each team's base. Instead, a single Tormentor will spawn at one of 2 locations in the corners of the map, depending on the time of day. Which also means it will always be on the opposite side of Roshan. Against a bunch of other, amongst a bunch of other adjustments, the Tormentors also got a new ability that will leave behind helpful healing AoE after it dies. Oh, that's so nice, dude. So you don't have to go base every time you take Torm, but you're still wanting to take it. And there's only 1 Torm to get, so you don't have this situation where both teams go and take Torm. It's kind of like a wash. Yeah, very nice. Blood in the Water. The Lotus Pool is updated as well. Now you need to stand in the Lotus Pool to collect lotuses. Enemies in the area will make you stop. Make sure you're swimming alone. I think that's also a good change. Not having to just fight for who clicks faster. Instead, now it's whoever is the strongest who actually can hold the ground who gets it. Capture the flag style. I like it. Same with the Wisdom Rune. Wisdom Rune is gone. Now we have Wisdom Shrines. And again, you need to stand there and be alone. No enemy nearby. Otherwise, you cannot take it. If an enemy is in the shrine or in the Lotus Pool, they cannot be taken. Also, they moved the wisdom up a lot, so you don't have to go as far back anymore, which, again, I like. It's more activity. All these changes, Roche, Tormentor, and Wisdom, even the Lotus Pool to some degree, is promoting activity and speeding up the game in a way. So I really, really like that. So that's all the changes up here. The upside of the downstream. All these new, yeah, look at that. So no speed boost when you go that way, but it is going that way faster. So running out from base is quicker.
Crazy Dota update just dropped.
It looks sick, by the way. Like, it looks really, really nice. Evolutionary leap, yeah. We already read these changes, kind of. And then they have a bunch of terrain updates. So we have the old ancient area, and now obviously adding a little bit different trees and so on. But the ancient is no longer that high up. So the ancients have been moved down to be down here, and they replaced with the wisdom up here. Now we have, of course, the lotus changing, and a bit of update. One fucking tree change, pretty much. No, actually, they changed a few things. They moved the log around as well. And then we have this area, which now hosts the Roche, and it's a big water area. Look at that. So this used to be the creep camp. Now, boom, just giga Roche area, and look at all that space around it. You can definitely contest Roche here. A lot of open space. The old Roche area is changed. And that's the Tormentor, and then we have the gate over here now. Okay. Yeah, so gate isn't on as weird of a little spot. Wow. This place is unrecognizable now. This area of the map is just not at all what it used to be. Crazy. And then in the middle of the lane you have this water flowing through. A little waterfall. I mean, it looks cool. It looks cool. I don't think it changes much about pushing because, again, they left enough space to have integrity for any sort of push. The low ground of the water isn't really going to matter. And then water flowing out here. And then same thing on Dire, of course. Let's continue. Steer the current of power, introducing Madstone, a new resource that lets you craft neutral items unique to your playstyle and circumstances of the match. So this is very, very unique. The way it works, I read ahead a little bit, is you have artifacts and you have enchantments. And you can pair the artifact, which is like the ability. You get the ability of Gossamer, you get the ability of Essence Ring. You can pair that with a stat. So enchantments are the stats, artifacts is the item, the ability. So you can be like, oh, I want Essence Ring, but I want it to give me attack speed. If that's what suits your hero best in that game, you can go for it, which is pretty cool. Fully clear neutral camp, neutral camps to earn Madstone for your team to craft neutral items. Yeah, so you can see how you're building up those things. See who's crafting what. There are 5 tiers of artifacts and enchantments available at specific windows throughout the match. I mean, this is a crazy overhaul in itself. Seems very, very big. Yeah, Slardar sounds like he should be very happy with all the water they added. Definitely sounds like, but we haven't gone to Slardar changes. Quality of life. Roshan is alive. Hover over the Roche timer next to the minimap for an extra hint on whether everyone's favorite neutral creep boss is still pushing up Scryweed in the Underhollow, or if he might have returned. So I mean, I get that everyone is supposed to know that Roche has to be alive after a certain point. But to me, I feel like if TA has an ability that tells me when Roche is respawning, you know, this is a nerf to TA. Because now everyone knows when Roche is alive. I don't know if it's like everyone knows when he has to be alive or everyone knows when he's alive. If everyone knows exactly when he's alive, then that's a huge nerf to TA unless she gets a different innate. Mark for Cell. That's really nice. It says can be alive? Oh, it says can. Yeah, okay. The Roche timer still could be alive. Okay. I mean, even so, even could be alive into Roshan is alive. It's, you know, it's still giving the enemy the knowledge that he definitely has to be up by now. So you don't have to keep track of it at all. Unlike, you know, it is still, no matter how you slice and dice it, a nerf towards TA. Mark for sell is a great idea. It just makes it so that you auto sell stuff when you get to the store. Courier also will snag stuff that's marked for auto sell if it delivers other items. They added a bunch of targeting effects for different things, so you could see them. Oh yeah, kind of cute. All attributes display, so you can see how many stats have been put. HUD timers. You used to have to search all over the map to see all various Dota Plus game timers. Thankfully, now you can just hold Alt to see the status of those timers at the top of your screen. I see. You know, just in case you need to ping the time for your allies to do something important before the enemy does. Power rune. Okay. Interesting. Backpack grace period. This seems very interesting. Backpack grace period, a crucial item delivery in the midst of a team fight, should be a moment of game-turning triumph, not a moment of watching your team die 1 second before your backpack items cooldown resets. To that aspirational end, you can now drag newly acquired items out of your backpack without the 6-second cooldown period and put them there and put them to use immediately. On that note, I also read, I think, further down that every item has a 3-second grace period from the first time it gets put into backpack, where you can bring it back in without it going on cooldown, which does mean that you can do some shenanigan-y stuff in the late game if you have, like, you know, refresher, BKB, and you want to swap those and use those in the same fight. One fight you can do that quickly, as I understand it. Only one time. The first time that you do it, it has a grace period. Which means you could technically be like 9-slotted for one fight, right? Yeah, so big changes here. You need to be good, so that rules out most people. That's true. General updates. Universal Heroes damage per attribute is down from 0.7 to 0.4. Yes! So happy about that. Fuck Universal Heroes and their damage. I am not happy with that. As a result, many heroes have had their base damage and attribute gains changed. Yeah, this is already a big W, boys, for the boys. It's so good. Fuck the damage on Universal Heroes. I've hated it for so long. It's stupid. It's way too strong. Skill points can now be spent on stats from level 2 instead of from level 6. Reflected spells now benefit from all bonuses the original cast had, including the following: facets, talents, Aghanim's shard, and Aghanim's scepter, and upgrades used to depend on Aghanim's items that the reflecting unit had. So if you have a Lotus Orb, you don't need to buy an Aghanim's to reflect something. Now you can reflect Aghanim's if Aghanim's was cast to you. It's cool. I kind of liked when I returned an Aghanim's version of an ability to someone who didn't have an Aghanim's in the first place. I thought that was super fun, but I kind of like the consistency too. Slow resistance now also increases minimum movement speed by slow resist percentage. So yeah, you can't get slowed down beyond like 120 if you have 20%. Kind of cool, I guess. However, Sanjiasha has been the best item already, so this is gonna make it even better. Glyph lasts longer or shorter on creeps. Units no longer gain movement speed, bonus movement speed during the night, because we have the reverse, I guess, so don't need that. Items that have entered the hero's backpack for the very first time have a 3-second grace period, like I was talking about. But only once. The rivers, we've seen them. Bonus value depends on the face direction, ranging from 100% while going downstream to 0% at 90 degrees. Wow. So you can go fucking fast. $150 bonus. Oh, I see. There are two separate streams. 150 bonus movement speed, and then a moderate current with 100 movement speed. The current is strong from the stream beginnings near each base, and then it gets weaker. Okay. I see. Map objectives. We already saw these things, so I'm gonna skip ahead for that because we basically looked at it. Lifesteal. So what's this? Individual abilities no longer have special rules about lifesteal works in different situations. Heroes versus creeps and damage types, etc. Lifesteal mechanics are now consistent across every ability. Lifesteal applies to physical damage from attacks and is reduced by 40% when damaging non-heroes. Okay. Spell lifesteal now applies to physical damage from spells and magical damage from spells or attacks, and is reduced by 80% when damaging non... Wait, hold up. So not to any pure damage. Okay. Neither lifesteal nor spell lifesteal applies to pure damage. Interesting. Interesting change. Holding Alt while looking at items that provide lifesteal will show you the percentages, blah, blah. Following sources and targets do not provide any lifesteal. Attacks that do not proc attack modifiers. Yeah, so glaives. Yeah, reflected damage. Spell damage against illusions. Oh, you can't lifesteal from illusions anymore with with a strong nuke. So you can't just dig in an illusion and get 10,000 HP. Okay. Small number of abilities that do not use lifesteal or spell lifesteal still results in healing and can be benefited from lifesteal amp. Lifesteal's open wound, feast, and meeple's ransack. Okay. So there are new creeps. We have the Polywogs, the level 2 creep. It's weak as shit. It's the low version. Riverborn Aura. All allies within 1200 range receive a 16% movement speed and outgoing damage bonus as long as the aura owner is in water. I mean, okay. That's actually pretty sick. Big movement speed and damage output if you're fighting near a river. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Cute. Very cute. I mean, Chen will like that.
They're so cute.
The Boglets. Slightly stronger. Arm of the Deep. Active. Sends out tentacles in target direction. Stunning enemies. Okay, this is just like the tide thing or what? Arm of the Deep. Neutrals will cast this ability on the closest enemy if there are 3 or more enemies. Yeah. So the classic 3 units nearby. Same as the Centaurs and the Ursas. After that, all the copies of this ability on other neutral are put on cooldown. Okay. And it has an aura as well. It has the same aura. Cool. Marsh Mage Apprentice. Okay, so all of them have this aura, it seems. Very nice. Barrier Bubble. Oh no, not a barrier creep. 10-second duration, 16-second cooldown. Okay, seems annoying. I think taking this on Chen is going to be a nice one. Just fuck with people, have more barriers. The Croaker. Tendrils of the Deep. Same thing, sending out the tentacles. Yep, okay. I mean, we'll learn what these creeps do eventually. Oh, this is the Marsh Mage. The other one was the Apprentice. This guy's the real deal. Yeah, he has a bigger barrier. It's stronger. It's bigger. Ancient Croaker. Congregation of the Deep. Same thing. More tentacles. In 6 directions around himself. Sure. And an Ancient Mage. 300 fucking barrier. Okay, it's magic damage specifically though. After it burst, heals the target and all allies in 675 for 50% of that amount. Oh, this sounds like the most annoying creep. I'm not gonna lie. Imagine a fucking Chen with like 4 of these bad boys just spamming. It is an ancient creep though. Level 5 ancient range creep. Okay, so it's an ancient water creep. Prowlers have returned. My boys! Let's go! Did I make them stronger than before? Fuck it. Buff them too. Oh, the bounty is down. They attack slower. Actually, they might attack for the same... yeah. These changes result in longer attack time, but smaller time in between attacks, so leaving overall DPS unchanged. Okay. Yeah, fucking Prowlers, let's go, dude. Kobold, Prospecting Aura, no longer unbreakable. Right. Slam, number of enemy units in range required, trigger decreased from 4 to 3. Makes sense. I didn't actually know that one was 4. I just knew that it's kind of random how he doesn't always do it. It's so weird that one was 4. The block of cheese, Scrumptious, now restores 3000 health and 2000 mana when consumed. Savory Shield now has a 5-minute cooldown. Huh? Scrumptious can no longer be cast on an ally to give them the buff. However, the item is still fully shareable. Wait, what? Why does the shield have 5 minutes? Oh, not cooldown, it's duration. What? So it's not infinite? Oh my god, dude. Wait, they made it worse. I mean, at least it gives insane healing, but the The fucking barrier doesn't even last the entire game. It's easier to get though. The lotuses spawn is greater in late game. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. Bottle refills get fucked. Dude, I've been calling for it for so long. I hate bottle refill. It's dumbified the mid lane. I think it's so fucking stupid. I hate everyone who just TPs in and bottle refills and thinks that they're good players. Fuck them. Remove this fucking bullshit. Mid lane can be mid lane again. Let's go. Let's make mid lane great again, boys. So fucking happy about that. I'm gonna get some more water because my voice is gonna die. And I have a cast later today. But, you know, it's worth it. Yeah, so this is gonna promote outplay on the mid lane. It's gonna promote actual lane domination. And some of these greedy fucking heroes who only get by because they get 10,000 refills on their bottle are gonna struggle. I like it. Orb of Blight. Duration decreased from 8 to 3. Wow, big changes. Orb of Frost. New basic item. Okay. Slows the enemy by 13%. Okay, reduces healing. Okay. So, does Orb of Venom not do that anymore? Reducing healing and doing this. It doesn't say, actually. Or does it? No longer slows movement speed. It doesn't say that it doesn't reduce healing, though. If you get the corrosion. I guess it doesn't until you upgrade to corrosion, so we need to see that. I assume that you need to build it out of the frost. It does 30 damage. Wait, what? Which thing does damage? Oh, the poison. Oh, yeah. Shit. Oh, wow. They massively increased the poison damage. Let's go, dude. Let's go. What is this? 3-second duration as well. Instead of 2. Okay. It does have a 9-second cooldown, so it's like Witchblade. Yeah. I mean, that's interesting. Cast item. I don't know about that, but it's more like PA. PA, who was the hero of the patch, by the way, but imagine a PA with this just throwing daggers at you all the time. Those daggers are going to be more annoying now. She can just wait for the cooldown time on this, and sync it up. Yeah, it's probably part of Witchblade now, looking at that. Restock time is down, and AoE is slightly up. So sentries are going to be more available. Invis heroes were kind of owning the patch. Visual indicator over the caster for a smoke. That's great. It's not running around and saying who fucking smoked, who used it, who do I have to hug. Recipe change now requires Skullbasher, Sange, and a recipe. Oh, so no Vanguard. Okay. And now it gives damage, strength, slow resistance, heal, and oh my god. This is such a brawler item. Yo, this is an insane item, I think. This looks really strong, actually. I think a lot of heroes will like this. Yeah, imagine Troll with this shit, dude. So much better for him now. Oh yeah, lifesteal amplification, slow resistance. Fuck me up, dude. It's so good. Recipe change now requires the second broadsword instead of claymore. Okay. Total recipe down by 150. Total cost decreased by, okay, 200 cheaper Battle Furies. It does lose 15 damage and 10% cleave, but you can get it slightly earlier. It's no longer 4,000 plus gold item. Yeah, changing the Battle Fury is definitely not gonna fuck with people. No more radius increase on Bloodstone, and Blood Pact now applies a basic Dispel. Oh. I'm kind of sad they take away the radius, even though it was pretty bullshitty at times. But applying a Dispel is a good idea. We have all these other items that give Dispels. Now, Bloodstone could also be your way to react. Interesting. Sovereign True Strike on the science target is now limited only to the item owner and their controlled units. So you do not share the True Strike. And the visual above targets is now tinted red to better distinguish Bloodthorn's silence from other sources of silence. Okay. And some changes to the boots bearing, but just because of Windlace. Endurance no longer it uses charges. It has a cooldown of 45 seconds. Oh wow. Okay, so they slightly nerf the drums, but they're also just not running out. You can use them all the time. Okay, so you don't have to go boots bearing. You can just have a casual drum and that will be there for you every single team fight. Pretty interesting. Ether Blast primary attribute multiplier for universal heroes is decreased. Some cost changes, kind of whatever. Now you absorb a frost, makes sense. Transmute now grants a Madstone bundle when used in a neutral creep. Because previously you got a full neutral item, now you get the bundle. Heaven's Halberd requires Vanguard, Crown, and Ring of Regen, and a recipe. What the fuck, this completely changed. Health, Health Regen, and all stats. Passive damage block. Grants 60% chance to block 60 damage from attacks on melee, 30 on ranged, and disarm. Now can be dispelled, mana cost down to 25, and duration on range heroes down to 4. I mean, we will see a lot more Heaven's Halberds now that is built out of Vanguard. I feel like that's a pretty nice item to build, but it is a little bit wonky. It doesn't give, like, super nice stats. But, I mean, Vanguard is very good on certain heroes, and being able to cheaply turn your Vanguard into Halberd, I think is really good. Look at this. You buy Vanguard, it's great in lane, and then you just spend like less than 1,000 extra gold, and you turn that shit, you spend 900 extra gold, you turn that shit into a halberd. I think that's really good. Very, very strong. It's so cheap now. 2.6k gold. This used to be a 3,500 gold item. Recipe change now requires point booster instead of Maelstrom. Okay. Recipe cost is up. So Gleipnir is no longer a Maelstrom item. Eternal Chains no longer deals damage. Radius is reduced. Removed lightning ability. Does this item just suck, or am I wrong? Oh wait, hold up. Now also provides 75% or 75 AoE bonus and 200 mana. Okay. So the AoE bonus is on this. Okay. Yeah. Okay, then it's pretty good. Then it's pretty good. Like, Skywrath will love this. Holy shit, will he love this. You know, a hero that hasn't been a thing for a long time, but yeah, this is a very nice caster item now. Yeah, Necro will love it too. There's a lot of heroes who will really enjoy this. Mage Slayer, recipe change. Now requires Gloves, Cloak, Orb of Venom, Cornucopia. Interesting. Cornucopia on it. No longer provides the intelligence, now provides... I mean, it's fine, I guess. Cornucopia is very, very good, so... It's pretty natural to go Orb of Venom early as well, and then Cornucopia, the gloves, casual gloves is pretty nice. It probably will feel nicer to build, I think. Movement speed's down. Orb of Corrosion, item reworked. Requires Orb of Frost, Orb of Blight, and Band of Elven Skin. Gives 8 agility, and then Corrosion that slows them and reduces their healing and their armor. And yeah. Okay, pretty sick. Pretty sick, I must say. Sorry. Pretty sick. Kanda, or Phylactery rather. Power spell cooldown increased from 6 to 12 seconds. Power spell movement slow is decreased from 50 to 30. And slow duration is increased from... What kind of fucking... Or Phylactery fucking sucks now. Is it just me? It's fucking awful, no? Yeah, fuck Bounty on the Kanda, I guess. 12 seconds cooldown is such a big nerf to it. Kanda now requires Tiara of Salamene instead of Chrysalis. Recipe increased from 500 to 1500, so total cost is increased from 5.1 to 5.9. Gives 8 mana regen instead of 50 damage. It's completely a spellcaster item now. It no longer deals the attack damage. Spell bonus damage increased from 150 to 250. Empower spell now applies break to the target in disabling their passives. Okay, so this is a spellcaster version of break. Interesting. Movement slow is also decreased. I mean, it is a 6,000 gold item though. And the damage is down. I don't care if you're a spellcaster or what. The damage is still going to be down because, you know, you definitely had more attack damage than just 100 damage overall. Yeah. I mean, it's nice. It's another source of break, but Sky will love it though. Will he though? It's 5,900 gold. It's 12 seconds cooldown. If it had lower cooldown, I would see it. But I'm assuming... Actually, is it 12? Maybe it's 6. It doesn't say anything about the cooldown here. It's 6? Okay. I guess it's 6-second cooldown. It's actually pretty good then. Yeah, I thought it was also 12. Because it's the same name of the spell. But okay, fair. Maybe it's good then. Maybe it's good. 6-second cooldown break is actually pretty disturbing. That's actually pretty disturbing. Revenant's Brooch now requires Crystallis, Voodoo Mask, and a 600 gold recipe. Jesus, is cheap. 3,300 gold. Okay. Remove the Phantom Province ability. Passive Phantom Critical grants each attack 30% chance to deal bonus magical damage equal to 80% of the attack's damage. This is considered critical for all the other sources of critical strikes. This ability has no effect on buildings. Huh. You were wrong, it's 12. Oh, it is 12? Then this item sucks. I'm calling it. You're paying 6,000 gold for 12-second fucking proc? Nah, dude. This item sucks. 12 is a lot more fair, but still horrifying for heroes that rely on their passive. I mean, kind of, but... I mean, for the damage part of it, it's so shit, I think. 3-second duration? Yeah, but the slow is a lot weaker. Only 30%. No, I'm calling it. Paying 6,000 gold for that. I mean, yes, if you 100% need a break, but building this item generically, there's no way. Like, it is strictly if you need a break badly that you want this. And slow resistance bonus is down on the Sanchiasha. Recipe change now needs Claymore instead of Broadsword. Right, they moved the Battle Fury Sword over here, I guess. Bonus damage up. Yada yada. No big changes here. Yeah, all these are pretty small changes. Now requires Orb of Venom. There you go. On the Witchblade. Makes sense. And now neutral items updates. Neutral crafting. Yeah, obtaining Madstone. The player who collects Madstone receives 2 and 1 is given to a random teammate. Oh, so that's how it works. Okay. So when you're farming jungle, you're still getting more for yourself, but you are giving something to a random. It's automatically collected if there are no enemy heroes within 800 radius of the last creep to die, and there's an allied hero within 1200 range of the creep. Yeah, so need to be nearby. Otherwise, it's left on the ground where the creep died and can be collected by either team. So if you kill creeps and you're not there, then there will be Madstone on the ground. Okay. Is Bloodseeker mid with Dagon still good? Brother, I haven't gone into the changes for Bloodseekers. I have no clue. I'm here on the patch. I have not gone into the heroes yet. I have no fucking clue, man. But yeah, neutral items. I kind of get it. We'll get it when we get in-game and test. Get more limit as time goes on. Oh, look at that. At 70 minutes, the Madstone cap is removed and players can collect infinite Madstone. I assume you can use that infinitely to make your neutral item stronger and stronger then. That's fucking cool. I like stuff going crazy in the late game. Oh, you can recraft your tier 5? Oh, okay. Apex Madness. Times are half in turbo, of course. I don't care about turbo. List of neutral artifacts. Mana Drought. This is a new one. Bottoms up. Restores 60 mana plus 2% of the caster's max mana over 6 seconds. Taking damage from an enemy hero or Roche ends the effect early. Shared similarly to a bottle, with the effect still dependent on the caster's mana. 650 range for that. No mana cost. Cooldown 40. Passive fill up. The cooldown speed is increased by 30% while in water. Cool. I like the neutral item. But a way to give mana, sure. This is Skywrath fucking wet dream right here. Quite literally. Holy shit. A way to fix your mana? Imagine playing Skywrath and you get fucking percentage of your mana back. Feels good. Yeah, Storm. Yeah, Storm is going to be very happy with it. Tier 1 neutral artifacts. Rites of Elishar. Yeah, you get the effect. A bunch of items we already know. Polywog Charm, though. Polywog Charm. Active Ribbit increases an ally's hero's health regeneration by 8 for 10 seconds. While in water, they also move 10% faster. Long cast range. Okay. Kind of whatever, but there's a lot of water, so you do get nice healing and movement speed. Ripper's Lash. Embed thorns into all enemies in a 200 unit AoE for the next 10 seconds. When they are attacked, they take additional physical damage. Hero attacks do 12 damage. Non-hero attacks do 4 oh my god. Broodmother. This is Broodmother's item right here. It's coming, boys. Yeah, I mean, that seems like a very strong item. It seems strong on a lot of things. Yeah. 12 extra damage for every single hit from a hero for the next 10 seconds. In AoE, too. No mana cost. 30-second cooldown. You can use it to farm, I guess. Dig. Oh, Brigand's Blade is back. Dark Mercy wields attack damage is 3 more damage to enemies for each 5% of HP they're missing. Nice. Essence Ring. I mean, I'm not going to look into these too closely other than the new ones, like the Searing Signet here. Burn Through. Instances of 40 magical damage or more set enemies on fire for 5 seconds, causing them to take 15 magical damage per second. Effect doesn't stack, doesn't affect buildings. Tick rate 0.25, total damage 75. Okay. I mean, that's very nice. So is this something that we apply when we hit the enemy? Passive burn through instead of... or is it just like, if we use a magical nuke, it happens? Yeah, no cooldown at all as well, so just spread that damage out. Ogre Magi? Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how it will apply. Hold up. Be right. Yeah, sounds very interesting. Radiance, you can burn an enemy while you burn the enemy. Oh, you can't use Tumblr's Toy if you get hit? What the fuck? Sad. It was so fun though. Gale Guard. Oh, I want to be Gale Guarded. Cyclonic Shield envelops the caster in 400 all damage barrier that blocks 75% of incoming damage and lasts for up to 10 seconds. While active, the barrier also provides slow resistance, no mana cost. Yeah, Gale Guard sounds fucking insane, dude. That sounds great. Holy shit. That sounds great. Gunpowder Gauntlet. Beat the crowd. Your next attack splashes to all enemies in 250 unit radius for 50% of the attack's damage. Original target isn't affected by a splash, but takes an additional 120 magic damage. A 6-second cooldown? What? Yeah, fucking Sven with this or some shit, dude. Yeah, Kunkka, Sven, PA? Dear God. Tier 3 item still? Yeah, it's tier 3, but it scales so well, dude. Yes, I'm casting today. Yeah, I assume that it works. It might work on ranged as well. It just says your next attack splashes. It is a pretty small AoE. Yeah, that's true. Magnus, though? Yeah, get a big RP, Mordecai. Big RP, and then fucking smack them. Yeah, Magnus is definitely a gunpowder gauntlet boy. Nemesis Curse. Yeah, get the glass cannon effect. Sure. And Ninja Gear is a tier 3 item. Cast smoke with the seat of yourself. Last up to 15 seconds. Yeah, not very long duration. 60-second cooldown. I like that. Ninja Gear was too fucking OP before. Serrated Shiv. This is Slark's fucking weapon here. Got them. Attacks have a 20% chance to have True Strike and deal 10% of target's current health as bonus physical damage. Procs against Roshan always deal fixed 200 damage. Illusions may create the proc effect, but deal no additional damage. Oh, so they can still get the True Strike. 1 second cooldown. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. A little bit of built-in True Strike. 10% health, though. It's a real tank killer. It's a real tank killer for sure. I mean, imagine even just getting hit by some fast-attacking hero who will proc it every second, like Windrunner. If Windrunner has this and ultis onto a Pudge or something, she's gonna do a lot of damage. She's gonna get a lot of damage. There is a cooldown, but, you know, she would proc it very rapidly. Whisper of Dread, passive tunnel vision, equipped heroes. Their daytime vision reduced by 50%. Spell amp, yeah, we already know. Sure. Crippling crossbow, what's this cool looking item? Tier 4, active hobble, hits an enemy for 75 damage, slowing their movement speed for 80%, reduces their health restoration for 40% for 4 seconds, slow fades over the duration, health restoration penalty is constant. Okay. So, 75 mana cost. It's pretty low damage, but it's a strong ass slow, dude. Yeah, this thing is nasty. It's pretty short range, though, so you have to get kind of close to the enemy. Funny enough, the crossbow seems like it's going to be a melee hero item. Because this seemed like something you would go for... to go in on the enemy, you know? This is an item to chase people. Thematic item for Hoodwink. Yeah, but there's no way you have the range, right? Magnifying Monocle. Keen Eye increases the cast range by 125, attack range by 100, melee and ranged, taking over 25 damage from a player-controlled source or Roshan disables this effect. Okay, you're like, oh god, damn, I lost me eye. Okay. Yep. Silent Strike. Wait. Is that it? It doesn't have the damage anymore? Mindbreaker is just a silence? Oh, maybe it's an effect now. It's an enchantment, perhaps, the magic damage. Because the enchantments... True. So it's not the ability. Interesting. Pyrrhic Cloak. Retribution. Mark an enemy unit for 6 seconds. 60% of all damage dealt to the caster is reflected to the marked unit as physical damage. What the fuck? What? This is insane. Jesus. I mean, Centaur with this. Some hero that can go in and then you just fucking mark the enemy. Yeah, I'm taking you with me. Jesus Christ, dude. That's a lot of physical damage. Book of the Dead. Greater demonic summoning 2 demon warriors. Oh boy, Necrobook is back. The warrior burns Myrna every hit. He reveals invis units and magical damage to whoever kills him. The archer has a basic dispel. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, bunch of items we kind of know. Returning items. The Fallen Sky. Magic Lamp is a tier 5 item. Minotaur Horn. Item reworks. Steal 150 gold from enemy. Hold up! Steal gold from enemy heroes that die within 1200 units. If the wearer of the hat is the killer, there's no range limit. An additional 150 gold is stolen. My bounty hunter. My bounty pirate hat build. Buried treasure. Gold loss on death is reduced by 100%. You just don't lose gold if you die? Oh my god, dude. That's fucking funny. No feeding gold. That's actually huge, honestly. I mean, gold loss is really big by the time tier 5 items are around. Yeah, and this thing is both funny and pretty strong. 300 gold stolen for killing someone. If you pair that up with Bounty Hunter already stealing golds, it can go crazy, man. Spider legs! Holy! We've been blessed, chat. The spider legs are back. 20-second cooldown. Free pathing for 10 seconds. Damn. Feels good. Unrelenting Eye. New tier 5 item. Relentless. Provides 100% slow resistance. This bonus is reduced by 20% for every enemy hero within 300 units. Huh. Giga slow resistance. Now remember, slow resistance also was made to increase your maximum slow that you even could have, like your minimum movement speed. Yeah, I don't know. Slow resistance only on a tier 5 item does sound a little bit dull, though. I guess in a specific game it could be good, but generally I think that's a very bad option. Any range slow just does nothing to you. Yeah, I mean, you can just rush through stuff, but it has nothing else tied to it. I think it might need a buff. List of neutral enchantments. Okay, available at tier 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it gives different attack speed and other stats. Okay, so that's how it works. Tier 1, 2, 3, 4. And then tier 5, we get different things. Oh, tier 2 and 3, we get the greedy one. Minus 60 damage. Vampiric. Okay. And then tier 4 and 5 we get timeless. This is a lot to look into, but wow, minus base attack time? Okay. Crude is interesting. Boundless cast range and attack range for melee heroes as well. Monka? Monka S? What about Monkey King with this? He's ulti, gonna hit everyone. CDR, Feverish. Plus 15% mana cost and mana loss increase. Okay. I mean, still doesn't compare to my old spell prism, sadly. Wise, plus 600 experience per minute. You want that level 30. Sounds like quite a lot though, 600. Audacious attack speed, magic attack damage. Oh, plus 80 magic attack damage? Hold the fuck up, what? Plus 10% incoming damage, I guess, but what is this? Dude, that is strong. That's a lot. If this is coded the same way the Mindbreaker magic damage was, this will work on buildings. If it's coded in the same way. Which means it would fucking destroy your base. Mindbreaker already absolutely shreds tier 3 towers and, you know, barracks and so on. This would be fucking crazy. Fleet-footed. 115 movement speed. It's replacing boots effect. Okay. Alright, we made it through the enchantments and stuff. Kind of rushed through some of those. If you want to see more details, you know, go into the game. But let's gloss over the heroes. All the universal heroes have gotten their damages rescaled because of the way things work and their stats. I'm not going to read every single hero's exact agi gain and exact int gain and so on as a response to this. Because every universal hero will have a long list of changes like this. If you have a specific one you want to know about, I recommend go and check it out. I'm going to read the meat of the patch to save ourselves a little bit of time. Quickening, cooldown reduction per hero death is now 6 instead of 4. Okay. Quickening a little bit better. Curse of Awareness slow is reduced and instead Withering Mist healing reduction. Okay. I like the Quickening is buffed. It's a fun facet. Aghanim Scepter granting moved from Chemical Rage to Grievous Greed. Dividends. Grievous Greed Alchemist gains 75 GPM for each Aghanim Scepter that he has granted to allies. Okay. This seems like the POS 4 Alchemist build, you know? POS 4 Alchemist with the dividends and just give Aghanims to your teammates as soon as possible. Yeah, I don't think this is worth it to play around as a POS 1 or as a core. Maybe, I mean, it's more worth than before, but you would have to take a facet for it, which is kind of rough. Aghanims granting range increased from 600 to global. Nice, you don't need to hunt them. Aghanims granting is now announced to all allies and spectators. Nice. They nerfed the acid spray a little bit. Now applies 1 corrosive weaponry stack with each tick of damage. Oh, shit. Okay. So you nerf the AoE on it, but it gets a bit stronger. And Unstable Concoction also does it. And the stacks are now also applied when enemies take damage from spells. Yep. Stacks increased. Stacks per attack increased from 1 to 2. Max stacks up to 16. And then stacks do way less per stack. But I mean, you apply 2 per hit and you apply it with your spells. Aghanim pays for itself in 58.666 minutes. Nice. Only 1 hour and you will get your Aghanims back for free, guys. I mean, you don't need to get the entire gold back. It does give you something. It's not really about getting a crazy amount. You are going to get just passive gold. And once you've given Aghanims to your entire team, you actually have pretty sick GPM to start getting items for yourself on a support. Yeah, I mean, I like the change of making the corrosive weaponry part of this. Move speed is also decreased on his ulti. That makes sense. He was way too fucking fast. Cold Feet stun duration is rescaled to be bigger. Break distance no longer affected by AoE bonuses. Chilling touch. Range bonus is down a little bit, but better on low levels. The Death Rhyme stacks is increased. I mean, does anyone really know how Rhyme works, man? I played it. It's like, yeah, it shatters and kills people. The fucking Rhyme stacks, man. It sounds good that it gives you 2 instead, though. Maybe the right-click AA is going to be strong now. Duration is down. Mana cost reduction is down a little bit. Release sub-ability can now be cast while silenced. Oh, so you can't silence AA and stop him from releasing his ulti. Frostbitten heroes will have a visual indicator over their overhead health bar showing where the shatter threshold is. Oh, shit. So you can be like, am I dying or not? And you can literally see it right there. That's fun. That also makes you able to make more educated decisions on should I use my imprisonment or whatever, you know. Interesting. Facet reworked for Animate. Tubi, where are you? Counterspell burns 150 to 270% of the countered ability's mana from its caster and deals damage equal to 100% of the mana burned, up to 400 damage per reflected spell. Spell reflection is no longer exclusive to this facet. Okay, that's huge. And counterspell. I think this is the exciting part. You like don't take this facet and you just read this part and you're like, oh, so they buffed the other facet. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to burn mana, sure, but I'm not Tubi. I don't have thousands of games on Antimage, but I have talked to Tubi a lot, and he said on average he reflects about 13, 14 spells per game, something like that, and the old facet was generally not worth it at all, no matter what spell amp you put on it. I think he's gonna say something similar about this. But mana burn is better, because, you know, it's not about spell amp, it's about burning the enemy mana. Now they can't fight, plus you can ulti them. There might be a lot of value to it, to be honest. Yeah, Ogre might really struggle. If Ignite comes in, you know, the slow and easy to reflect. Yeah, it's not about the damage so much. It's more about taking away mana very rapidly, which sounds really nice, especially for support anti-mage, to be honest. Not having to hit the enemy. Arc Warden is now a universal hero, base damage, blah, blah, blah. I mean, damage at level 1 is decreased by 2, okay. Facets, he has 2 new facets. Ruined Replica. I'm gonna, you know, fuck this. Ruined Replica. Tempest Double is infused with the bonuses of power runes for 10 seconds when created. Level 1 it gets Invis Rune. Level 2 it gets Invis and Arcane Rune. Level 3 it gets Invis Haste and Arcane Rune. Okay. So that's the Ruined Replica. Power Capture. Runic Infusion. Arc Warden gets 1.5 all attributes permanently upon activating any power rune. I'm missing relevant info above. Set is attuned to the New Frontiers and no longer has Tempest version of the spells. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get to that anyway. I'm not missing it. Yeah, I know that they removed the other facets. That's true, so he doesn't have 4 facets. And yeah, I already know that it's gonna be, you know, showcased here. So yes, he doesn't have the different versions. His clone and himself have the same abilities. Magnetic Field. Once created, the field pulls all runes in 1200 to up to 3000 radius towards it with increasing speed. Any rune that's within the magnetic field or is pulled into it is automatically activated. So you can drop a field and then run away and still use the bounty runes that are nearby. And then he can get permanent to all stats on a universal hero. It sounds very interesting. And you can use your clone to go and do this. So yeah, Flux is the same for both Arc Warden and Tempest Double. This is true for all the abilities. Flux is now upgraded with Aghanim Scepter. Silences the target when they are alone. Increases the damage by 50% and duration by 2 seconds. I mean, that sounds really good. I'm gonna be honest. That sounds really good. Because it's not easy to deal with Flux on some heroes if you don't have a way to not be alone. Power Rune is not Bounty Rune. Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's just the Power Runes. The actual Power Runes, not the Bounty. You don't know about Wisdom though? Wisdom is not existing. There is no Wisdom Rune. There's the Wisdom Shrine. Aghanim's no longer gives runes. No, Aghanim's upgrades the Flux. No. Magnetic Field is now point targeted again. It gives 100% evasion and bonus attack speed. No longer has the different versions. Shard can now upgrade the Spark Wraith so that it has the Echo effect. That's now a Shard effect. It is 80% damage. Sounds like a really good Shard. Aghanim's and Shard sounds great on him. Sounds fantastic. Tempest Double has lower cooldown again and lower duration. And it spawns with your current health and mana, so it doesn't get the full HP thing. And it doesn't have penalties if it's far away. It doesn't reset the cooldown if the double is killed. This is an interesting line. Loses its sense of self and fractures over time, becoming slower and less accurate. It gets mischance and slow as longer as it exists. Very, very random. But okay. Magnetic Field attack speed is changed, is buffed. Flux duration is replaced with Flux slow. And target Flux silences when target is alone is replaced with -1 second spark activation delay. That's pretty cool. It activates in 0.5 seconds then. Not bad. Yeah. The clones are the clones seem kind of nerfed. In a way. I mean, the old clone was stronger, but it was more risky. If the enemy killed your clone, then that just sucked. Now it doesn't matter if they kill the clone. So that's the big difference. 1 more damage for Axe. Huge. Damage per second is increased on the Battle Hunger. Damage is rescaled to be higher level 1 but lower level 4 on counter helix. Aghanim attack damage reduction is lower. I mean, kind of uninteresting changes. A bit more damage than Battle Hunger. I like this. If you just read this and you assume that there's nothing else, it's pretty funny. But yeah, again, universal heroes being changed. The walk speed is increased from 85 to 110. Holy shit, he can make you walk pretty far now. I gotta talk to Loki about this. He gotta play this. And then attack speed bonus increased as well. 30 more. Holy shit, the facet buffs on my boy. Okay. He looks fucking good. Bane looks fucking good now. Building damage is increased on Batrider. Again, universal changes. You can read the stats if you want. Call of the Wilds. Dive damage is decreased. No longer reduces cooldown by 5 seconds. Now increases the summon duration by 5 seconds. Okay. Call of the Wild cooldown. Blood Rush, while active, now also doubles the healing from Sanguivore. Active movement speed increased from 4 to 16 to 6 to 24. And both movement speed while on cooldown increased from 0% to 50%. Oh, so you still get some speed. Oh, wow, that's a big buff to the Blood Rush. Oh, I missed something? What did I miss? Oh, remove this, you mean? Yeah, remove the missed ability. Yeah, I saw it. I'm just assuming... I'm wondering what it's going to be replaced with. Sorry. Remove the missed ability. And let's see what they're going to do with it. Looks like it's going to upgrade the Aghanim Scepter, but let's read this first. Sanguivore is now upgraded with Aghanim's Shard. Passively turns all Bloodseekers overhealed from his abilities into a barrier. So that's the Shard. I assume the Shard is going to be a way weaker barrier now, but yeah, you have it there. Now upgraded with Aghanim Scepter, Bloodseeker gains 30% lifesteal from all pure damage dealt. Okay. And this is also upgraded with Aghanim Scepter, the Blood Rage. Attacks under the effect of Blood Rage deal 3% of targets. Oh shit, dude. The tank killer is back on the menu with a better number now as well, 3%. Okay. Damage type is changed from magical to pure. And the damage is down. Doesn't mean you don't kill the range creep as easily. But it is stronger against heroes. Like just overall, this is going to be more damage to heroes. And then we have the damage. Spell lifesteal is replaced with minus 0.7% max health damage per second. Okay. Sure. Bounty Hunter, one of my boys. Cut purse facet goes from 4, 8, 12, 16 to 4, 11, 18. Already more than max level before. 25. More gold stolen. We gotta do it now. I have to steal gold now. They buffed gold stealing and they made a tier 5 item that steal golds. We're definitely gonna steal gold. Between this and Kanda change, definitely a nerf. I mean, you can't say that this is a nerf though. This is unrelated to how you would play Bounty otherwise, because everyone plays the through and through facet. But I guess here, damage amp, better at level 1, weaker at max level. Self bonus speed. Okay, self bonus speed is pretty sad going down. Janada damage is replaced with 20 damage. Okay, damage all the time is kind of nice. And track gold is increased by 5. Yeah, I mean, very, very minor bounty nerfs, considering he was absolutely the best hero in the current patch out of all supports. If you look at like Dota 2 Pro Tracker, his win rate was absurd. At like 8,000 something games, he had a 56% plus win rate, like 56.5 or something, which is crazy number. So Bounty escaping away with just what happened. I mean, yes, Kanda is fucked, but you also got something else and you didn't get nerfed hard at all. I think Bounty is more than fine. And by the way, most people don't play Kanda Bounty Hunter. Support Bounty Hunter generally doesn't go Kanda. So I think Support Bounty Hunter is still going to be super strong. Arguably way stronger now as well, with the potential of having 2 facets. Or 2 different facets. Facet roll out the barrel, barrel speed is increased, and base damage, okay. Kinda whatever. Bonus attack damage increased from 20 to 25% in belligerent. Really whatever changes on Brewmaster, other than the universal thing, of course. Removed the Berserk facet. Seeing red, Bristleback now shares his vision with his team, but still does not receive his team's vision. That's fucking funny. So your team sees it, but you don't. Quill sprays that were released by the ability now deal damage that is classified as reflection damage. Okay. I see. That matters for certain things. Like, you can't reflect the damage. So if he reflects damage, Blade Mail can't reflect that again. Because damages can only bounce once. You can't have infinite damage bounce in Dota. There used to be a time when we had it. If 2 people pressed Blade Mail, one of them instantly died, as long as 1 damage was dealt. Whoever had the more HP or more EHP was the one to live. Makes sense that we don't have that. Movement speed per stack is down. Hairball mana cost, I mean, makes sense. Bristleback is super strong. Gets nerfed a bit. Broodmother is an agi hero now. Necrotic webs, the enemy regen reduction is rescaled from 15 to 30 to 10 to 70%. Dude, I would not want to be an alchemist fighting in the fucking webs. Holy shit! 70% regen reduction? That is a lot. +2 max webs replaced with the 0.5% spider's milk hero health as heal. Why do they call it spider's milk, man? Y'all weird over there in Valve offices, man. The base attack reduction during Insatiable is slightly nerfed. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this seems like a massive buff. Huge buff to that facet. Centaur, damage taken as damage bonus increased by 25% to 35%. Damage done now classified as reflection damage. Again, you can't blade mill it. Very good. Oh my god, new facets! Let's fucking go. Removed Phantasmagoria. Sure, it was the illusion facet. And fundamental forging. When Chaos Knight crafts a neutral item, 2 of his artifact choices will be for the current tier, and 2 of his choices will be for the next tier, if possible. He does not get the option to keep his current artifact between tiers. So he has to go for a new artifact, but he does get a choice to get better artifacts. Interesting. So he gets early access. He's an early access user. I see. He's a fucking founder. He's a supporter of the neutral items. Yeah, he can get early fucking items, dude. Cloven Chaos. Chaos Bolt now splits in half upon striking its target, stunning an additional enemy and damaging another. Prioritizes heroes. Bounce range is 60% of the cast range. Additional targets do not create shard illusions. Sounds really good, actually. That sounds kind of fucking nice in team fights. Just randomly doing shit to everyone. I do think this is probably going to be better, though. Just intuitively, I think this sounds like a really good effect. Cast range is up by 100 on stun. And yeah, this no longer deals bonus damage to creeps. There's a few things that don't... I don't know if bonus damage to creeps even exists anymore. So a lot of them have been changed. But yeah, some rescaling, more damage. He has higher crit damage now as well, which looks nice. Marsh Mage Convert, of course, he can get the fucking amphibians. I think they're really good, to be honest. So we might see people go for that. The wolves don't exist anymore. Divine Favor no longer upgraded with Aghanim Scepter. Aghanim Scepter Martyrdom cooldown decreased from 8 to 4 seconds. Cast range from global to 1200. No longer be cast on enemies to damage them. I mean, I've never seen anyone use that Martyrdom in a single game that I ever played. I literally cannot think of anyone ever using this against me. The Aghanim Scepter. Either on their allies or on me. I mean, I get that there are not many Chen players, but I literally have never seen it. I think maybe Snith did it in some game when I stacked with him, but that's it. Any Chen player that I've seen have just been going for the fucking, you know, pipe, mech, you know, standard fucking push build. But yeah, this maybe the Aghanims is going to be relevant now. Who knows? It does have a lot lower cooldown, which is pretty relevant, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see. Minus 2 second Divine Favor teleport delay replaced with 150 convert attack speed. Jesus Christ. His convert is going to hit so fucking fast. Replaced with Hand of God fully heals Chen and his creeps. Motherfucker. I get full HP. Interesting. Strafe no longer increases attack range. Mischance debuff duration is rescaled to 2 seconds, no longer dependent on strafe remaining duration. Mischance per stack is increased from 5 to 30. Okay. I mean, losing the attack range is really big. Engulfing Step can now be cast while rooted and or leashed, but without teleporting clinks to duration. Oh, to the location. Alt cast mode, which disables teleportation. Okay. Tar Bomb can be put on autocast, so clinks will throw a Tar Bomb when attacking if the ability is available. Oh, that sounds kind of nice. Fixed clinks. I mean, that's really nice for when you go on people. One less button to press, I guess. Fixed clinks, not gaining death pack charge if he has 2 available charges until he casts it at least once. Okay. A little bit of speed nerf. Kind of whatever changes. Will I not play KCD 2 anymore? Not now. Fucking Dota patch supersedes that. I will probably play KCD 2 at some point. Hookup. Dude, I actually asked for this on cast 2 days ago. I told Gareth, I fucking wish the Spider-Man facet wasn't so shit. And here we go. Spider-Man facet on Clockwork. For anyone who doesn't know, this is the one that's supposed to give you a CDR when you hook an ally. Now, it doesn't require you to hook an ally. It just requires there's an ally within 350 radius of the target. Which is great because you could have moments when you try and hook an ally, but somehow an enemy just barely body blocks it, and you don't get it. Even though there's like clearly allies that would have gotten hit by the same hook shot had, you know, it connected right there and the hero not been in front. Basically, this is a great fix to this facet, and I think it might actually be really good now. It's huge CDR on the hook shot if you land it when someone is nearby. No longer bonus damage to creeps. Rocket flare slow duration. Easier to hook, I guess. I mean, that's nicer, I think, than the CDR. A little bit. I mean, doesn't even matter. In Aghanims, I think you have a fixed cooldown anyway. CM, removed Frozen Expanse and Cold Comfort. Yeah, you had facets? Fuck them. CM players, wake up. Stuff's happening. Arcane Overflow. Arcane Aura can be activated to temporarily provide CM with 35% spell amp. 35%? Increasing mana costs of her abilities by 50%. While active, anytime that CM uses her abilities, allied heroes within 1200 radius receive 25% of the mana spent. Duration 10 seconds, no mana cost, 30 second cooldown. Yo! You can fucking nuke with this shit. I mean, just one value point in Arcane Aura in the lane so that you can do bigger damage. Kinda nice if you want that burst. Yeah. The ability duration is paused during the freezing field and cannot be cast during the ultimate with Aghanim Scepter, but still has full effect. I'm confused. The ability duration is paused during freezing field, but it's still active. Yeah. So it's just you have longer duration. CM ulti is gonna extend it. So you do have a 35% spell amp on your ulti. It still has the full effect. You have to use it before and then use ulti. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you click it and then ulti, but you can't cast it during the ulti. So yeah, you gotta use it first. I mean, that's just click the button and fucking blink in and BKB ulti and people fucking die. Jesus, it does a lot of damage. Crystal Nova, the other facet. Let's see what this one does. Crystal Nova radius increased by 100 and grants allied heroes in the affected area a physical barrier. Oh, fuck, dude. And CM receives double the barrier. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is good. Do not sleep on this. CM's laning stage is absurd with this. Yeah, this is a real lane winner. You just brawl the enemy and fucking nuke. You hit everyone, hit the 2 enemies and the 2, you know, yourself and your lane ally. And that's crazy. You get 2 fucking 60 physical barrier. Dear God, it looks insanely good. Blue Heart Flow levels up with Freezing Field. Mana Regen Amplification scales up to 100% now instead of 50%. The big dubs here for CM players. Slow duration is down. And Crystal Nova is changed to plus 12 int to fix your mana costs. I mean, CM players rejoice. Like, this is the biggest win for CM in a long time. Holy shit. She's back, baby. She is definitely back. Attack speed per intelligence is increased from 0.5 to 1. Okay, kind of cool. Aggrandize. New innate ability passive improves with Darkseid's level. When he levels up, he restores a percentage of his max health and max mana. Restore percentage is equal to 10% plus 2 per hero level, disabled by break. That's so silly. Break him quick, guys. He's about to level up. Don't let him power up. Quick, someone stop Darkseid. He's about to power up. Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, interesting. Yeah, that is a... I mean, it's pretty nice, to be honest, getting random HP and mana, but it's definitely a weird one. It does sound sick in a team fight. Yeah, you could pop off. If you're 1v5ing and killing people, you keep leveling up and getting stronger. Unless they break you, of course, with a Kanda. Shattering Crown. So they removed the thorny facet. Willow is no longer thorny, but she is Shattering Crown. Cursed Crown, while ticking, this effect accumulates 35% of any damage dealt to the target by Dark Willow, 15% dealt by allied heroes. When the counter ends, the accumulated damage is dealt to each enemy in the stun radius as magical damage. Aghanim Shard allows the ability to deal accumulated damage even when dispelled. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Cursed Crown, Aghanim Shard no longer affects it, of course. And some changes, you have Bedlam Duration, for instance, and the Shadow Realm cooldown is replaced with Int. I mean, this sounds good. It does sound pretty good. It does sound pretty good. Dawnbreaker. Remove the Gleaming Hammer facet. 2 new facets. Star Surge. After final smash, all allies in 700 radius gain up to 18 bonus attack speed per each of Star Swipe or Smash that hits an enemy hero. She herself gets more. Buff duration 4 seconds. So yeah, you just fucking hit fast after this. Trailblazer, Celestial Hammer, and her Dawnbreaker and her allied heroes gain 25% movement speed when walking on Hammer Fire Trail. On the Hammer Trail, and 1 second leap. Okay, so she's really fast at closing the distance. This sounds boring, but I would not underestimate it. Like, that's a giga face boot active the moment that you hammer and run towards someone. I think it sounds nice. Both of these are pretty cool. Shard movement speed penalty is increased from 25 to 35. Sure. Aghanim Scepter is reworked. Solar Guardian Pulsing Aura now lingers for 3 seconds after landing and follows Dawnbreaker around. It also increases her heal per pulse while reducing channel time, the air channel time. Compared to the previous one where you got the evasion stuff. Is it just me or is this pretty bad compared to before? Solar Guardian's Pulsing Aura lingers for 3 seconds and follows... I mean, sounds shit compared to before, no? I'm not sure, but like 60% evasion seems like that was way stronger. She has to actually land now, but it follows her afterwards. Yeah. I think the previous one had more utility. You could either just stay up there and not land, or you could land whenever you wanted, right? You could early cancel it. So that was really, really good. It's better for canceling stuff? It isn't, though. Is it? I mean, slightly, I guess. Yeah, okay, slightly faster, but you could already cancel it with the old one. So very, 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 very rarely will you be able to cancel stuff a little bit faster. Like, oh, we need to cancel this black hole ASAP. But we're talking like 0.3 seconds faster. And you don't have the ability to just stay in the fucking sky and give 60% evasion. I'm calling it a big fucking loss. I don't know. It sounds ass compared to the previous one. I'm gonna be real here. It sounds fucking dog shit. Some different changes to her talents. Yeah, she just gets flat damage on level 10. That's kind of nice. Kind of nice. The crit damage is decreased. The cooldown reduction is decreased. Facets now doubles the stacks applied to allies. The Nothal Boon. Okay. And Weave now doubles the stacks applied to enemies. They removed the bad juju. Let's fucking go, dude. We have Weave again. Weave, the OG Dazzle ability. It's back. it's common, it's gone, and it's back again. Weave now levels with Nothal Projection. Okay, so Nothal Projection is the ulti and Weave is his innate. Cool, cool. Casual plus 16 base damage. Not really, because you gotta read this, right? So universal heroes are rescaled. Damage at level 1 unchanged. So universal damage is different. You just gotta go and look into that, but you get 0.45 instead of 0.7. So that's why I'm skipping all this. I don't really care. There are stat gain changes, of course, but I don't give a fuck about reading every single stat change for every single universal hero. Let's read Dazzle. Poison Touch cooldown is decreased. Can no longer be upgraded with Shard. Okay. Grave cooldown is also decreased on lower levels. And Shadow Wave is also cooldown decreased. Wow, a lot of cooldown decreases here. Agnum Scepter no longer allows you to perform an attack. Here we go. Nothal Projection. Dazzle's soul departs his body. We're going dank, dude. His soul departs his body, becoming an untargetable, invulnerable, tree-walking spirit that can still attack, cast abilities, and use items. His mortal body can be attacked, and there is a visible tether between it and Dazzle's soul. While in the soul form, all Dazzle's basic abilities are improved. Poison Touch hexes enemies. Shallow Grave heals upon expiration, and Shadow Wave has reduced cooldown. If the body is killed, the soul perishes. Yeah. When Dazzle's spirit moves further than 1600 units from his body, it's tugged back towards the body, with the intensity of this pull increasing the further Dazzle's soul travels. This is so dank, dude. When the effect ends, the soul returns to the body. 70 to 50 seconds cooldown. Long duration. 15 seconds duration. Okay. So you can get in there without putting yourself at risk. Effectively, what I'm hearing is that Dazzle can sit on the fucking high ground and walk in with his soul and just being chilling with his body. He can't attack buildings. And yeah, some overall changes. Hex duration, healing. Yep. And can also be upgraded with Shard. Allows to cast Nothal Protection while disabled, and provides 20% outgoing and outgoing heal amplification for the duration. Okay. So he can hop out and grave himself. Oh shit. So if he has Shard and you go on him, he just pops out and casts Grave on himself. That's pretty sick, dude. That's pretty sick. Yeah, I don't think we can have perma-graves anymore as well, with the changes. Bad Juju is gone, so yeah, none of that. But Dazzle sounds pretty cool now. They did add a Shallow Grave CDR at least, so you can get it down to 14 seconds cooldown at its base. Spirit Collector, hero damage is massively increased. If a hero dies during exorcism, their spirit is now added to both the current exorcism and as a charge for the next one. Oh, sick, dude. Huge buff to this one. It's the same on level 1, but the max level is, 20 extra damage on it. And you get the spirits when you kill them. Sounds good. Sounds good. I already think this one is very interesting. They removed the suppress facet as well. Fucking nice. Suppress was bullshit. It was a stupid facet. Thunderstorm now procs its effect on units within the kinetic field, even if the initial target is outside. Oh. Oh, shit. Wow, that's really good. So you can like put down the kinetic field, holding some people in place, nuke someone else somewhere else, and everyone in the kinetic field will also take the Thunder Strike. That's kind of nice. Kinetic Fence. The restore charges is faster. Mana cost is down. Wow, big facet W here for Disruptor on both of them. And the radius increase as well. Wow, Disruptor is getting a lot of love. More damage on his talent. A movement speed talent on level 10 is pretty sweet. Yeah, I mean, pretty nice, dude. Pretty nice. I would definitely say feels good. And you can get +1 charge here. Yeah, sounds nice. You can build a big fence. Base recharge time on Devour is down. No longer decreases the damage per second. Ah, yeah, the impending doom was very, very weird. Now it's better. Level pain bonus damage increased from 15 to 25%. Fuck, that's when he right clicks. If you right click someone lower lower level than him, he deals 25% bonus damage. Kind of crazy. Infernal Blades base burn is rescaled, higher on max level, lower on lowest. Lower cast range on Doom, lower damage on Doom. Scorched Earth damage is replaced with Infernal Blade stun. Bit of a nerf. Yeah, I mean, not the most exciting changes for Doom, but his facet changes are nice, at least. Dragon Knight. Fire Dragon reworked. While in dragon form, Dragon Tail applies to enemies in 170 radius around the target. Worm Wrath attacks deal 10 to 40 bonus magic damage to enemies. Increases all AoE effects by 25 to 100. Huh. So no free battle fear anymore, boys. It's gone. But instead you get magic damage on hit. I mean, attack speed build Dragon Knight? Have I seen Dragon Knight's win rates? I have not. I have not looked at win rates. Now also, so Corrosive Dagger now also makes all Dragon Knight's abilities deal physical damage. Change damage type to physical. Oh, it's all physical, huh? Interesting. Very curious. Very curious. I mean, very good in minus armor strats. Some Slardar and Green Dragon DK. DK's win rate is 57%. Shit, sounds high. I mean, magic damage on attacks is super good. And Dragon Tail on people in an AoE is crazy good too. So this sounds very, very nice. While in dragon form, attacks now apply 30 to 60% of the damage to targets in the attack splash AoE. Yeah, so it just always does that. And now improves the effects of Worm Wrath by up to 50% regardless of the chosen facet. Ooh, yeah. So 60 magic damage per hit, huh? On max. Splash is down, movement speed is down, fireball radius down, and down with the Dragon Tail AoE stun is gone, since we have it now on the red facet, and instead 50% effect. Interesting. I mean, it might need some rescaling. This sounds very strong. Not to say that the red facet wasn't strong already, but it sounds like they might need to tweak the numbers. Damage from the high ground bonus is now 30%. Okay, Vantage Point has to be broken at some point, guys. They keep buffing it. Mid Drow Ranger? Is it happening? Am I gonna make it happen? Maybe. 30% bonus damage when you sit on the high ground. Just sit on that fucking high ground and shoot people. There are also more low grounds now, I think, than before, since you can fight in front of the tier 2 tower. There's a low ground there. Now levels with marksmanship. Self agility percentage rescale from 2% per hero level to 4 to 16% per plus 1 per level. Ah, okay. Sure. Yeah, shard it up and get a casual 30% buff. That's true. Yeah, the shard is very good. I mean, the shard already was very good for that, but I want to tap into it already from laning stage. Imagine last hitting mid against someone who has 30% damage bonus. Could be rough. Gust cooldown replaced with Gust costs no mana. Fucking free Gust. Plus 1 multi-shot per wave. That seems like a nerf in my opinion, since the Frost Arrows was really big damage. Kind of whatever changes for Drow. I mean, the facet is cool, but... Ready to roll? I didn't know that existed. No one fucking plays it ever. Post movement speed is also granted Dura Spirit when rolling over an ally hero. I think nobody will give a shit. I'm gonna be honest. Boulder Smash doesn't deal bonus damage creeps. Fuck yeah. Fuck this hero. Spell Amp is gone as well. Oh, I'm so happy, dude. Fuck these changes. Fuck their spirits. Yeah, no massive spell amp from level 10 already. No bonus damage on the creeps. Mid Earth Spirit is not gonna be as strong anymore. Boulder Smash replaced with the magnetized duration damage. Yeah, so that's a 20 talent now instead of 15. Oh yeah, big dubs all around. Fuck this hero. I'm so tired of him. Yeah. Slugger damage per creep is down massively. 40 less on max level. Fisher stronger now, but mana cost is also down. Okay, so Fisher is buffed. They're trying to buff the support shaker, it feels like. Mana cost is increased on the enchant totem. And base damage down. Yeah, I mean minor rebalancing. I think mid shaker is still strong even with these changes, I'm gonna be honest. Like mid Earth Spirit is fucking gutted, but mid shaker is really strong still. Astral bonus speed from heroes decreased from 5 to 8% to 4 to 7%. Cleave replaced with wake up, and then shit, you gotta wait all the way until level 25 to get your cleave now. I mean the stomp. This is a good talent as well, but for anyone who wanted to play the right click ET build, for anyone who wanted to play that build, it kind of sucks. Yeah, it will take a long time. Getting cleave at level 25 is kind of a joke, in my opinion. It's so late into the game. Serum Chain's unit count is decreased from 3 to 2. Yeah, fuck that. It's also nerfed on the other facet. Flame Guard's damage is increased. Magic Barrier is increased, and cast point... Oh, shit! Zero cast point Fire Remnant is back, boys. The active Fire Remnant cast point is unchanged. Yeah, but this still helps massively for Ember players. It felt so laggy and weird to have a cast point on it. So, big buff here. Nice change here, and then slight nerf. I think Ember pretty happy with those changes. Spellbound attack range bonus from 50 to 200, 60 to 40. Okay. Bonus damage per enchantress level from 3 to 4. The Rabble Rouser no longer deals bonus damage to creeps. Still does damage to illusions, okay. Kind of whatever, but these two changes are pretty nice. More attack range, and then also getting the neutral creeps buffed. That's a big buff, honestly. 3 to 4 per level. So at level 10, she already deals, or neutrals already deal 40% extra damage. That's a lot, man. Enigma. Movement slow is rescaled. The event horizon. And Malphus instant damage. Wow, really whatever. Now this boy gets some interesting changes. Here we have some interesting changes. First of all, base agility. Nice. Chronosphere no longer suspends the duration of time dilation for affected units. It also no longer freezes the enemy ability, items, and cooldowns. That's what the fucking Times Square does. Times Square gets massive changes. Mana cost is decreased. Cooldown is actually increased on it. Very slightly. Cast range is down. but it also suspends the time dilation duration, so time dilation will stay. It freezes enemy ability and item cooldowns, whether time dilation is applied or not. They're not gonna tick down their cooldowns on anything. It accelerates ability and item cooldowns for allies 4 times faster. So I guess that makes up for the cooldown change here, right? We cast the ulti, we stay in the ulti, we're gonna get faster. I mean, the duration is 4.75 and we have 4 times the cooldown tick. So actually it's lower cooldown now, isn't it? Because we have 4 seconds of 4 extra. So yeah, we're gonna have more time zones than before. It's gonna be lower cooldown. The radius is decreased. And also improving allies' abilities cooldowns is really sick. Yeah, Midas. Get your value, Midas, boys. Get in my fucking time zone. Yeah, I can already see the jungle void time zoning the jungle camps just to farm faster. No longer manipulates attack speed. That will not stop him. He will still use time zone in the jungle. Just for the Midas. So yeah, it doesn't do anything to attack speed anymore. That's a big nerf. But then you have movement manipulation, cast speed manipulation, turn speed manipulation. All of them are turned up, apart from, you know, this scaling to be different. Yeah, and the plus attack speed is only for himself. The fact that it doesn't manipulate attack speed at all does kind of suck, right? Like Void doesn't get any bonus attack speed for being in the time zone, I guess. But he does when he gets level 20 talent. Still sounds pretty nice though. Yeah, it's like good and shit at the same time. But 4 times cooldown on items and ability. This has to be broken. There's no way this isn't broken. You put this shit, put some fucking Skywrath with Octarine core in there and fucking brrrr. There has to be a way to make this broken. Support Void has to be insane. I'm a believer. Yeah, Zeus. Fucking Zeus hopping in there and just arc lightninging. I mean anything. Just getting back your regular fucking stun ability or whatever. You know, a lion walks in there. Get your Hex back. Get your Impale back much faster. Sounds really nice. And then time of cooldown rescaled to be better on low levels. Recasting time dilation on enemy will now add a separate stacking debuff instead of refreshing the duration of the existing debuff. Cool. Cool. Stroke of Fate Fine Art now displays a preview of the trajectory. Nice. Same as Puck Orb change. That's really good. So now you can kind of see how you're going to land it. I mean, it's unplayable without it. It's really annoying without it. I think this facet is really cool. And this will make it more playable. Iron Shard no longer gives strong Dispel when Inkswell expires. Now applies a basic Dispel when it's cast instead. Oh, that also incentivizes taking this. Because you don't need to go for the strong Dispel build. And then it heals more and bonus damage more. I like this. This makes Grimstroke more fun. And less just a Dispel bot. Flak Cannon has more mana costs. Agnoceptor Side Gunner now has a visual model representing the Side Gunner. Oh, fuck yeah. Is it a big fucking gun just popping up? They removed the 3 bounce trick shot. Go nuts. Active cast range. 100 to 250 to 75 to 300. Okay. I like that it's higher now on max level. And hip shot. Sharpshooter has 50% reduced cooldown. Turn rate improved by 33%. Max damage, debuff duration, and max windup time is reduced by 25%. Okay, so lower damage on the ulti. I don't know about lower damage, but more frequently, 50% CDR is big, boys. It's huge. You can shoot a lot with this. And quicker aiming sounds nice too. I know that she loses damage, guys, but I'm gonna call this a W. This is good. Obviously, the 3 bounce trick shot was insanely strong. So, yeah, she is kind of sad about losing it. Redirect chance is rescaled up to 35%. But bonus attack range rescaled to be, okay, only 100. And then 5% more damage. kind of a nerf again, to be honest. If you don't take this, you will have very bad range on the acorn shot. All sources of evasion are doubled for the duration, including redirect chance. Oh shit! Oh yeah, that's a huge buff. So you pop this shit and you just have 70% evasion? Or redirect, rather. Okay. Interesting. Aghanim Scepter no longer decreases the wind-up time. Yeah. Now, Aghanim Scepter now increases movement speed slow by 20%. Huh. So, up to 70% slow. Sounds pretty good. Get shot by that shit, you don't move. She has a mana regen talent now, early. And she has the Scurry Charge. That's great. That's better than the Scurry Duration. Way better. Sharpshooter max damage is replaced with Sharpshooter provides vision while channeling. Vision is provided along the cast range indicator. Also grants True Sight. Does not reveal ward. True Sight? Yo. That's a good talent. That's a very good talent. Sharpshooter pierces debuff is replaced with 400 extra damage. Okay. I mean, fuck yeah. Take this. Take this. True Sight does not reveal wards is weird. Is it though? Is it? How fucking bullshit would it be if she just kept ulting to, you know, angle it over multiple cliffs to see where the wards are with a 50% CDR base? No, dude, it's not weird. It is good. It is good. Fuck that. Remove Bloodbath and Nothal Transfusion. Facets. Cauterize. Berserker's Blood can be activated, consuming 30% of current health. Instantly applies a basic Dispel on Huskar. Then, after 3 seconds delay, restores the consumed health and additionally heals him 5% of his max health for each Dispel debuff. Okay. So he can dispel off a bunch of shit, like if you halberd him, he can just dispel that. This is a very low cooldown. 20-second cooldown is extremely low. Yeah, I feel like that should be longer. That sounds very nasty. Can't he do that with his ulti anyway? I mean, yes. I suppose that it gives him one more way to do it when he doesn't need to ulti. I don't know. It sounds good though, because you jump in, the enemy use stuff on you, and then you use this. And even if they, like, if they can't kill you, you ramp up your damage by lowering your HP very actively, and you get, you know, heal later on, but you also dispel any negative effect that they put on you. I don't know, man. The fact that Halberd can be dispelled now makes you kind of mad, doesn't it? Not more mad than previous patch. And also, Halberd is way cheaper now. Halberd is way cheaper. Halberd is a different item now altogether. If you weren't here for that, go look up the Halberd. Cast point decreased on this. That's a buff. Burning Spear damage buffed. Okay. Invoker. Okay, so Invoker is no longer Mastermind and no longer removed, no longer as Agnostic or Elitist. Invoke is classified as an Invoker's only innate ability. He's an int here, first of all, so all the changes due to being universal. I'm not going to read into that. But 3 orb-centered facet. Each provides an extra level for their specific orb, permanently approves an ability, and sets their own Aghanim Scepter and Shard up. What in the fuck, dude? He gets different upgrades? Aghanim Scepter still provides +1 to all orbs, but also provides an additional level to the orb chosen facet, allowing it to reach a max level of 10? Who let Invoker cook? Why can he have level 10 orbs? Okay. So Invoker can be a Scholar of Korix, which costs when Invoker reaches level 6, he gains a bonus level of Quas without spending a skill point. Also increases his max level up to 8. Aghanim Scepter grants 1 additional current level and increases max level to 10. Yeah, we kind of read that already. Invoker heals for 13 to 130 depending on levels cost whenever it triggers. Can be upgraded with Aghanim Scepter. The Ghost Walk. When cast, effect is also applied to all ally heroes and forge spirits within 600 radius. Allies and spirits have a 0.5 second fade time for 20 seconds. Huh? Come with me, children. We're gonna go gank. What the fuck? Also the healing. I mean, it's not just that he ganks. Consider that Invoker heals insanely fast during this. He can now do this to allies. He can fix their mana and their HP. Can now be upgraded with Aghanim Shard. Enemies that stay in the ice wall for longer than 3 seconds freeze, becoming rooted, taking 300 magic damage. Also increases the wall's thickness. Oh, it's girthier? Oh, it's over, man. It's over. It's a girthy fucking ice wall. Yeah, girth buff. That's huge. Okay, that's dangerous, boys.
30-year anniversary less than 3.
Thank you, Metal. Same thing here, leveling up. Grants bonus 50 to 140 attack range depending on level of Wex when cast on Invoker or any ranged units under his control. Interesting. Tornado can be upgraded with Aghanim Scepter. Tornado creates smaller twisters along its path every 300 units. Each twister lasts for a duration of the tornado, persists 4 seconds additional after tornado is destroyed, dealing 120 damage per second in 150 radius. Twisters have ground vision in a 50 radius around them. Damage interval, damage from multiple twisters does stack. Twisters deal half damage to creeps. Ha! That sounds nasty. That sounds very nasty. Actually, that's a lot of damage per second. And they can stack, so if you get hit by 2 of them, you're taking like 240 damage. Yeah, okay. Aghanim Shard can be upgraded, increases the burn damage from 60 to 90% and pulls units. Yeah, same as before. And then Agent of Galaron. Same thing as the other ones, the level increase. Then we have Chaos Meteor, increases the meteor radius by 30 and travel distance by 200. Kinda nice, but not insane. Sunstrike Aghanim Scepter grants Cataclysm exclusively with this facet. Cooldown is decreased from 100 to 60 seconds. Min-max distance is decreased
Happy patch day, lads.
from 120 or 160 to 200. Okay. So it's more likely to land on the target. It's more precise. And the damage is decreased from 100% to 75%. But 60%... Dude, having it 40 seconds less cooldown on it and having it do a little bit less damage, I think that's a good trade-off. Can be upgraded with Aghanim Shard because the Sunstrike to summon the current level of Forge Spirit. Aha! What? How many fucking Forge Spirit can that be? You just fucking pop out Forge Spirits when you Cataclysm? Interesting. I mean, that's fucking silly as hell, dude. It does need to damage an enemy hero for it to summon one. You think that Cataclysm doesn't summon it? I don't fucking think so, dude. I think it does. I mean, maybe not. We can try it in the game later, but I definitely think it does. Because Cataclysm does use Sunstrike. That's what Cataclysm does. It sends Sunstrikes. So anything Sunstrike does should be done by Cataclysm. Each active orb provides health regen by default. Leveling up provides strength. Movement speed by default. Leveling up provides agi. Damage by default. And leveling up provides int. Yeah. Cool Snap doesn't heal by default. Yeah. Oh boy, dude. Added values. Wait, what's the damage on the 600 and 650? Yeah, it was 550 most before. Dude, those maxed out level abilities scare me. The fucking level 10 Sunstrike hits you. Also the health. Like, look at this. 1200 HP. It has even more attack range. 9 armor. Yo. I think the Forge Spirits are fucking terrifying. At max level. Yeah, imagine he summons 3 of them. And then Cataclysms gets like, say, 5 of them. Because some of the shit will miss, I guess. That's 8 Forge Spirits, all with 1200 HP, 9 armor, 800 range. Oh, dude, it's terrifying. I think Evoker is so back. Not that he was ever gone. I mean, he was already a hero of the patch, but yeah. Yeah, this is something, alright. And he has a minus Sunstrike cooldown. Okay. Interesting. Invoker is pretty crazy. You don't get level 10 quas with Cataclysm though. Oh, true. The quas things. Yeah, okay, fair enough. It doesn't get the HP and the things, but they do get the armor in Exort. They do get the armor. Yeah, I mean, I think he sounds fucking terrifying. IO Tether. Upon casting Tether, IO now has a buff that shows Tether's remaining duration. This buff is only visible to IO and IO's allies. Okay, it has a duration. Enemy movement slow and attack slow. Yeah, sure. No longer deals damage to enemies by default. Upgraded with Shard. 120 damage per second to enemies touching it. What? There's no creep penalty. Oh, the cooldown. Oh, not duration. Oh, sorry. This shard seems very good. This is the fucking Flash Farm Jungle shard. No longer upgraded with the shard. I think you fucking take this every day of the week. Level 15, you just fucking Flash Farm. Yeah, mid IO is back. Definitely. I think mid IO is a big thing. Unslowable during overcharge also sounds like a good talent. Jakiro. Removed Liquid Fire and Liquid Frosts. Both the Fire and the Frost abilities are now available to the hero at the same time. They have a shared level and cooldown. Ah, so you can choose which one you want to use. Always attack with the Ice Head first and then his Fire Head. The Cooler Head prevailed. Big information there. Thank you, Val. Result is swapping special attacks. Liquid Frost always applied with the first attack, and Liquid Fire the second attack when applicable. Okay. And now Twin Terror, Double Trouble. Damage penalty is decreased by from 50% to 40%, and improves it further by 5% from every level. So this is the auto attack build. Icebreaker, Ice Path duration from 3 to 4.5 to 6 second duration. Upon expiration, Ice Path detonates, dealing 75 to 225 damage and stunning enemies for an additional 0.5 seconds. While the path exists, the ability is replaced with a sub-ability which allows him to detonate it early. Wow. That sounds really nice. Both these facets sound really strong, by the way. Yeah, I mean, this is great, and this also could do a lot of damage, I think. Shard reworked, makes Liquid Fire and Frost not share cooldowns. Okay. And Liquid Fire Frost is replaced with 2.5% damage. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, big buff to Jakiro. Juggernaut gets 100 extra cast range on his Omni Slash, so that's the same as the Swift Slash. Slash cooldown is up on Swift Slash. Healing Ward, cooldown reduction increased. Blade Dance lifesteal is gone, and instead you get Healing Ward hits to kill. I mean, yeah, sure, cast range on the ulti, but they nerf his Aghanim Scepter. And the shard and the talent changes are kind of whatever. I'm gonna be honest. CDR is nice, but losing your lifesteal early to get the hits, I don't know that that's always better. Soxy, what are you bruffing about? I didn't do anything. Soxy, don't bruff. Yeah, Juggernaut was already pretty weak, so. Remove Mana Magnifier innate ability. Coddle has a new one. New innate ability passive cannot be leveled up. Coddle cannot go below 75. This is the dumbest shit I've heard. This is innate. Okay. He just can't lose his mana. Blinding Lights cooldown is decreased. Sure. Miss chance is up. Movement speed is down. Kess, base armor decreased by 1. Base agility increased by 1. Movement speed decreased from 320 to 315. Remove the hero of the flightless. He is not in captain's mode, no. No Kess in Captain's mode. But he has facets now. So I'm a big Kess spammer. Let's see what they've done. Flutter. Switch discipline. Kess deals 12% more damage on the first attack or ability after switching to Katana. And gains 12% movement bonus for 2 seconds after switching to Shorosai. I mean, the movement speed bonus is really big, and damage can be relevant. Sandra, could you get me water?
No.
Okay, I tried. That sounds pretty big. That doesn't sound bad at all. Alright, interesting. And Shadowhawk, Shorosai, triggering a Shorosai mark from invisibility deals 50% more critical damage. When Kess triggers a Shorosai mark, reduce the cooldown of both Shorosai and Kasurai Katana by 20 to 50%. I guess Kasurai Katana only if you have the shard. Yeah, thank you. I think the Shorosai ability is pretty good. 50% CDR on the trigger when you activate the mark on them means you can parry a lot. Doesn't that mean you have full uptime on parrying pretty much? Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Katana discipline damage decreased from 20 to 12%. Oof! That's a nasty nerf for Katana. Grappling Claw no longer grants flat bonus hero lifesteal, but it scales to have 125. So very weak in lane, but better later on. My fucking voice. It's gonna be dead by the cast. I just know it. The Katana Shard active gets extra range, which makes sense because you had shorter range on your ability than your auto attacks, which was weird. Now it has a cooldown on lower levels, but I don't think there are too many scenarios where I will have Shard and not have maxed out Kasurai, so I don't care. Raptor Dance lifesteal is nerfed. Raptor Dance no longer provides debuff immunity and a hard dispel. Instead is a basic dispel and 0.1 seconds of invulnerability on cast, and then complete magic damage immunity for the duration. So you can still put effects on him, but he does not take damage still. Interesting. And not a hard, no hard dispel as well, so you can still get stunned and stay stunned. Oh yeah, that means you can also stun him out of it, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's only damage immunity, so you can still stun and stop it. Wow, that is a huge nerf to Raptor Dance. Yeah, between this 8% nerf and the Raptor Dance being giga shredded here, I mean, this is way, way weaker than before. That definitely hurts a lot. Can now change targets while rushing? Sounds kind of nice. Rush range is down by 50 again. And all the attack times are nerfed as well. And then attack speed factor is increased from 6 to 9 to 6 to 12. So you get, like, what's the end outcome of this? The attack speed factor and this. I guess you still hit slower, like quite a bit slower then. And Talon Toss now deals physical damage instead. And Shorosai no longer slows marked targets, and Aghanim's Shard no longer grants bonus movement speed. He just don't pick Kess anymore. I think Kess is fine, but he's definitely gonna struggle a bit with some of these changes. A lot of these changes are really nasty, but playing around the facets is gonna be the trick to success. Like, either around this. I think both the facets are worth exploring. Especially this one for Aghanim Scepter builds. And this one could be in a strict non-Aghanims build. I honestly think Shadowshank, you can go for a Shorosai oriented build and almost treat Katana as not existing and just go full Sai. Yeah, I agree, Derbauer. I think full Sai build is way stronger than before, now that you can go for this. And also, it says invisibility. So any invis will allow you to do 50% more crit damage when you come out of it. Which means you can do fun stuff like shoulder side parry, and then Shadow Blade, and then hit. Oh, not Shadow Shank, Shadow Hawk. Yeah, whatever. I thought it was Shadow Shank. I'm gonna shank some people. Yeah. Anyway. Kunkka X marks speed is replaced with Admiral Rum cooldown. That's way better. Tidebringer damage is increased by 10. Torrent knock-up duration up by 5%. Tidebringer cleave. Okay. The late game big damage Kunkka is maybe back. 20% more damage on that cleave. Not too bad. Not too bad. One more strength for Legion. Spoils of War. Now if Legion wins, automatically casts press the attack on her allies, on her and all assisting allies. Interesting. Okay. So a bit of a buff to Spoils of War facet. Overwhelming odds. Mana cost is rescaled a bit. It's lower and then higher. Less heal from creeps now, so that's gonna hurt Legion quite a bit. No longer cast press the attack on victory by default. Yeah, you need to have the Spoils of War for that. Cast range is also down to always be 200. Duration on the duel is slightly up, but then lower on max level. Aghanim Scepter duration is also giving less duration increase. Yeah, total duration from 7.5 to 7 seconds. And the debuff immunity now has more prominent visual effects. You mean any visual effect? You fuck? Aghanim Shard bonus damage per win decreased from 8 to 5. Boo! I mean, she's pretty massively nerfed, no? I guess the Spoils of War facet is buffed, and 1 more strength, but these are pretty nasty nerfs. 100 less cast range really hurts you. More mana cost when you get level up, and 3 less damage per duel with this thing. Yeah, kind of weird. Kind of weird. Chronoptic damage as mana restore increased from 10 to 22 to 10 to 34%. Okay. More mana from the Chronoptic. AoE per intelligence increased from 0.4 to 0.7. Holy shit. That almost doubled the AoE increase. What the fuck? Yeah. Okay, Lesh is gonna cook. This is a very, very unassuming line here, but this is massive. Don't forget that Bloodstone got nerfed. So, buy a fucking Gleipnir instead. You can get AoE from your Gleipnir. No, I think he's massively buffed, dude. Yeah, the stun is gonna get enormous. I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. I think the shard stun is gonna cover the entire fucking screen if you go for the right build. Yeah, he's not gonna be as bullshit with the spell lifesteal Bloodstone build though. So maybe less annoying in that way. Movement speed during Pulse Nova replaced with damage reduction during Pulse Nova. Damage reduction is replaced with Diabolic Edict hits an additional target on 20. Ooh. Ooh, that's dirty. That's dirty, man. That sounds strong. Lich gets some nerfs. Sinister Gaze, mana cost decreased to 25. Mana drain is increased. No longer deals damage to creeps at all. Now requires Aghanim Scepter to cast other abilities during channeling. Thank you! Fuck that bullshit. Fuck Liches just jumping you with Sinister Gaze and you're instantly dead. At least pay for your fucking Aghanims before you do that. Stupid fucking Liches. Bounce distance is decreased. Yeah, you heard me. Icefire is damaged by 1 hero attack every time Chain Frost bounces off of it. Oh, that's good. Less bullshitting. Good stuff, good stuff. Could try Kanda on Leshrac, 8 mana regen. True. I thought you said Lich. I'm like, no, no mana regen. Unlimited bounce is replaced with 100 incremental damage. Jesus Christ. Okay, that Chain Frost will hurt. Removed Rage and Unfettered Facets. Okay, fuck him, I guess. Flesh Feast. Max HP per hero kill increase from 15 to 25 to 55 depending on the current level of infest. Open wounds. Cooldown is reset if a hero dies while inflicted by open wounds. That's a good 2-for-1 deal. Gore Storm. Allows the ability to be used on ancient creeps. Consuming creep drenches affected enemies in blood for 3 seconds. Drenched enemies take damage equal to 25% of the host's remaining health over the duration. So you infest a creep, run up the enemy, and splatter them, and then you start hitting them. When cast with Aghanim Scepter, Gore Storm damage is equal to 25% of the damage done to the host, done to the hosted enemy hero by Lifesteer over the duration of infest. Oh shit, nasty. So if he kills a hero by hopping into them, then he does a bunch of AoE damage when he hops out. If you explode a creep, it has 0% remaining health. No. It has HP when you explode it. It doesn't have 0% remaining health. It's the HP it has when you explode it. I mean, yes, technically it's dead, but... yeah, I don't think it works the way you're wishing for. Max health gained now added to the post-game screen. Big! You don't understand? It's weirdly worded. Okay, so as I understand it, to me it sounds very logical. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it, but I think it's like this. You infest a creep, right? The creep has HP. You run up to an enemy. When you outfest, alright? When you fucking eject, the creep dies. But as it dies, it had some HP. The remaining HP, the host. 25% of that HP is done as damage to the enemies, right? So you infest and then you outfest. So if the creep has 2000 HP, you're doing 500 damage. It's a little bit weird worded, but that's at least as I understand it. Can no longer target ancient creeps by default. Infested creeps now lose 2, 1, or 0% HP of their max HP per second. Ah, okay. Funny. Infest damage is replaced with +4 to all stats. Okay. Kind of a placeholder thing, I feel, but pretty good. 4 to all stats isn't bad. Fire Soul no longer upgraded with Aghanim Shard. The Guna Blade is upgraded with Shard instead. 75% of the damage dealt is converted to an all damage barrier, lasts for 10 seconds. And the Guna Blade barrier is replaced with 60% bonus combustion over heat damage. Isn't this going to be absolutely crazy? Have we not learned something? I feel like the combustion thing already had some absolutely insane stuff going on. I wonder, dude. This needs to be demoed to see if it can result in weird stuff. Cloak duration. Yeah, they nerfed the Aghanims, by the way. 1 second less duration. To be said that Lina is dead. I mean, this is a massive damage nerf, the shard. It is. It is a massive damage nerf. It's defensive now instead. Dragon Slave. The Guna. Yeah, overall I would say that she's nerfed for sure. Especially this as well. Fire Soul movement speed. Combustion felt like low impact in my opinion. Don't mean it was bad, just never really felt the impact much. I mean, you don't feel the impact until you feel the impact. If you had heroes standing next to each other, combustion alone could deal like upwards of 800, 900 AoE damage easily if people were stacked up. Like, you could do more damage to people that you didn't nuke than the target that you did nuke. It was very weird and wonky how it worked. It basically double dipped into spell amp, because if you amped up the damage that you did at first, that made you get more combustion, and then the combustion itself was also spell amped. So there were ways to get absurd damage from it. But yeah, it wasn't felt in most scenarios because most of the time people were not next to each other. What is combustion? Combustion is when heroes are next to each other, Lina fucking melts them. Okay. Mana Drain no longer instantly kills enemy illusions. Well, I mean, you can do it with Hex, I guess, but that's a big nerf to his illusion dealing ability. It gets a movement speed talent. That's way better than their spike damage. Health from Finger Death is replaced with 15% health and back. Oh, no, man. My perma scaling. I guess he already has perma scaling on damage. It was a little bit overtuned that he had HP as well. But yeah, Lion, big nerf. Big nerf. Huge, actually. Stat bonus increased. Gift Bearer reworked. Lone Druid Spirit Bearer receives a copy of his neutral item. Then this copy has an independent cooldown of the main one. Okay. Now follows global lifesteal rules. Penalty. Sure. And again, they removed the unbearable facet. Yeah, fuck the unbearable. They just took it away. Luna damage reduction from the orbit increased from 10 to 25 to 15 to 30. Collision damage increased from 20 to 35 to 22 to 40. Okay. Slightly better. Radius increased. Okay. Improved glaive collision behavior for orbiting glaives. Aghanim Shard collision bonus damage increased by... Okay. I mean, maybe it's worth playing around. Maybe it's worth playing around with the shard as well. Could be good. Like, as a strength hero, Alpha Wolves are just having the hightail duration nerfed by 2 seconds. And 10% less magic rest on max level. Dude, those wolves are still so annoying. I mean, yeah, 2 seconds less duration, but that's still 100% evasion. They're still super fucking annoying. Wolves are... I'm surprised they didn't get nerfed harder. I'm very surprised, actually. I thought it would be like 90% evasion or, you know, take away a lot of their magic rests. Yeah, I'm not sure it's enough. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, a bunch of heroes have changed to be different. He's a strength hero now. Removed reverse polarity and reverse polarity facets. No RRP, boys. It's gone. It was glorious while it existed. We walked this earth during RRP. We had fun. Diminishing return increases max level of Shockwave to 5. Number of times blah 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 can be skilled. It's whatever because we have one more level. Level 5 makes the Shockwave return once it reaches max distance, traveling 200 units further and dealing 50% of the damage on the way back. So the shard basically. Or the Eternal Empowerment ability is always enabled on Magnus. Every one of his subsequent attacks increases his self bonus by 2 to 5% to a max of 25%. Duration 10. Each stack refreshes the duration. This is insane. Yo, Mordecai, where the fuck are you? This is insane, no? You don't have to pay any mana for yourself. You're just always empowered. And you have a stronger version of the Empower. This sounds fucking busted, dude. Get those knuckles on and go smash some people. This sounds awesome. This is huge for Magnus. This is huge. No longer upgraded with Shard. Mana cost is increased, so buffing allies costs more. Yeah, definitely gonna be more right-clicker Magnus now, I think. Skewer deals percentage of distance traveled as damage. No longer deals damage per cliffs and trees, so it's just distance based now. Shard upgrade increases the cast range or skewer range by 275. An additional 30 damage per tree and cliff. 125 for cliffs? I don't know why they love this cliff and tree thing so much. Yeah, I know that some of the weird terrain, like the random parts on the map previously have counted as cliffs. So you've been able to do really, really big damage. I mean, mid lane you could skewer people up the first high ground, then the second high ground, and you could do a lot of damage. I don't know. I mean, this sounds extremely big to play around. Skewer slow duration replaced by skewer slow duration. Oh, okay. Oh, shockwave slow duration, skewer slow duration. Empower duration replaced with mana regen. Holy fuck, you can have so much mana now. I think, here's what I'm thinking. You take this facet, and you take the mana regen, and you just spam shockwaves all the fucking time. You go Echo Saber and Harpoon type build, and you're gonna have so much mana to work with. This is great. I think Magnus looks good. He looks real good. One null talisman. I mean, you can buy one if you want, but I don't think you must. I don't think you have to. You can probably play without it even. If you have Echo Saber, I think you're fine. Why not the first facet for spamming Shockwave? Because I think that this is stronger. But yeah, you can play the first facet if you want. You can spam Shockwave, but keep in mind, you're gonna have to pay for Shockwave and the Empower. Whereas this facet doesn't have to pay for any of the self-empowers, which is a big chunk of your mana that you're gonna get for free. And you get 25% bonus to your fucking Empower. Do I need to overstate how fucking strong this is? This is insane. This is really, really strong. 25% more on this shit is really, really great. Yeah, you also do need level 5 on this thing before you start getting it. So you do lose some stats by doing it. I mean, very minor, but yeah. Finally, Marcy. What the fuck? Removed sidekick and bodyguard. Okay. Buddy system. While bodyguarded, Marcy and her partner share 100% health healed by this ability with each other. Okay. Interesting. Selected ally gets 75% of the lifesteal and damage bonus. Okay. Pick me up. Rebound. That's an alt cast which allows Marcy to bring the target ally with her to her final destination. The ally deals 25% of the rebound damage to the enemy heroes on landing. Won't affect leashed or rooted allies. So you can reposition a stunned ally. Okay. Pretty strong. I mean, both of these sound like good options already. Fleeting Fury. If Marcy has Unleash leveled, after landing from rebound, she gains a short Fury combo. If Unleash is already active, its duration is extended by 3 seconds. This combo has 3 hits instead of 5, and Aghanim Scepter doesn't apply a silence to it. Wow. I actually think that Marcy just got 3 really good facets. I'm gonna be honest. I think all of them are really good. Every single one can be played around. Like, this is a great saving ability. This is great for just buddying up and having a bunch of lifesteal. And this, I think, is actually the strongest out of all of them. Because you get a free fucking rebound or ulti when you rebound. And you can extend the duration on your ulti as well. Holy fuck, dude. Marcy has strong stuff. On top of that, special delivery. Now as an active component, Marcy whistles and instantly teleports her courier to her. 240-second cooldown, cast point 1. This has funny implications. She can send in her courier to save a gem, and once it gets the gem, she's like, boom, it's fucking back home. You know, it's back on her. So that's something. If someone tries to snipe her courier, I guess she can try and save it, because it does take extra hits to kill Marcy courier, so she could probably react and save it if she's quick enough and just do that. The courier is gone. And she could also bring someone else's items, I suppose. Actually, no, you can't pick enemy. You can't pick allied items with courier, right? Other than the picking up gem. I don't think you can pick up items from base with courier. So yeah, that shouldn't work. You can? Are you sure? I haven't tried it. Ah, okay. If you can do that, okay, yeah, then, okay, that's really nice too, I guess. That's really nice too. Rebound, mana cost is changed, a little bit higher. Allied bonus movement speed is down. Aghanim Shard no longer decreases cooldown. Aghanim Shard now increases the damage by 20%. Okay. 384 damage. Bodygon no longer provides armor. I mean, big Marcy W, I want to call it. I might be early in saying that, but I do think that Marcy has some fantastic facets to play around. Victory Feast now provides 50% of the bonuses to all the allies that are in the arena when an enemy dies inside it. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Very nice. Dauntless now affects only Mars himself. Radius 2000 is decreased to 900. HP regen per extra enemy is increased from 30% to 50%. Fucking HP regen when people are nearby, man. It's big. You can't pick other players' items. Did you try it? Yeah, I feel like I'm being gaslit. I don't know. I don't think that you can pick it, but everyone is telling me that you can pick items. You're in demo now? Yeah, I distinctly remember that you cannot take other people's items with your courier on the ground, but... Yeah, anyway, it probably shouldn't be a thing anyway. Undulation. We're undulating. Base movement speed is increased from 275 to 310. Medusa's movement speed is fixed and is unaffected by most effects. It's just like, this is the fucking speed we're going at. That's it. What the fuck? So what, is she slow resistant then? 310 is so shit. I mean, it's not that shit if you can't change it. Yeah, most effects needs a fucking clarification. So can you buy boots? Can you get slowed by enemy abilities? What speeds her up or slows her? Can I surge her? Darkseer can't use surge on her. Okay. Interesting. Split shot upgrade with Aghanim Scepter allows on-hit effects to apply to the secondary attacks from split shot and increases the target by 1. What the fuck? That's an Aghanim Scepter? Mystic Snake no longer upgraded with Aghanim Scepter. Single target Mystic Snake now always turns the enemy to stone for 1 second. Okay. And Split Shot uses modifiers is replaced with 40 intelligence. Huh. I mean, that's a lot of survivability when we get there, but... Gorgon's Grasp Radius Mystic... This is a big nerf as well. The Aghanim Scepter is interesting. The Aghanim Scepter is very interesting because getting to the on-hit effect as soon as possible is essential for Medusa players. Getting level 25 was like an enormous power spike. So being able to get the on-hit effect earlier should not be slept on. I think that you can do a lot with that. Like an Aghanim Scepter Maelstrom build could be very interesting. How much is 40 int? A fuck ton of HP for Medusa. A lot of HP. She is going to be very, very hard to kill when she gets there. Alright, let's move forward. Remove Pack Rat Facet. More meeple. Number of times that attributes can be skilled. Blah, blah, whatever. Codependent. New facet. Divided we stand. All meeples have a stackable aura that increases nearby meeples' attack speed by 7% and armor by 2. That sounds pretty lovely, not gonna lie. That sounds fucking nice, actually. An updated new crafting increases the selection of artifacts and enchantments. Yeah, Meeple kind of needs it. Mirana back to being a agi hero. Remove the Moonlight Shadow and the Solar Flare. Now we're Starstruck or Leaps and Bounds. Starstorm second meteor deals more damage and blinds the target. Second meteor damage 100%. Jesus. And blind miss rate is 60%. Blinded for 5 seconds? Jesus. Yo, you don't man fight against that fucking Mirana leaping in on you. That's not bad at all. That's really strong. And leap and bounce upon landing, leap roots targets in 250 radius around Mirana for up to 2 seconds. Interesting. Blind. Mischance. Very interesting. I mean, both are actually pretty interesting. I like this for core. I like this for support. Actually, I like this for support too. Healing Lotus effectiveness increased from 20% to 50%. Holy fuck, dude. Selamene fucking smiling upon us today. Get your fucking Lotus drugs. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. And the second meteor is nerfed by default. So if you don't take this, it's a bit weaker. Leap bonus movement speeds. Or movement bonus is decreased. Aghanim Shard rework no longer increases the distance. No longer creates a damaging wave. Now grants +1 leap and attacks during the leap buff. Critically strike. Oh my god, it's back. It's back, baby. Okay. Also increases Mirana's outgoing damage by 9 to 15% for the duration. Ah shit, we have the invis and the damage. Big Mirana W. Big Mirana W. And then we're down to talents. We have minus cooldown on Starstorm, which would be great for either facet really, but and then we have the 20% crit strike for 200 is replaced with 35 base damage. It's not just damage, it's base damage, so you can at least get this amplified further by any abilities. Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, huge Mirana W. Again, this is really good for her. Some really good changes. Obviously, some things are kind of sad. Like, I still think I liked the crit quite a bit, but the base damage is going to be very, very nice. I think it's really, really good. And this fucking facet right here, I definitely want to play around with. That sounds like it's going to absolutely destroy. I don't know, like, imagine you fucking leap in on an SF or something, and you Starstorm him. The instinctive reaction is to ulti, okay? Yeah, sure. But if you ulti, she just arrows you. So you might be wasting your time. So a lot of heroes like SF, they want to just turn and trade, right? They want to hit you back. 60% miss chance. You're not trading. You're fucking losing that one. Yeah. If you pair that up with the fact that she can leap in with crit strikes as well, I definitely think Mirana carry or Mirana mid is back on the menu. Simeon Stride is reworked. You can level 3 dance one more time and then it gets 0 cooldown on 3 dance. I like that. I think it was too broken to have it at 0 cooldown otherwise. I think it was too broken otherwise. But this does mean that even if he's low HP, he can still jump around quickly. So it's not only a nerf, it's kind of a buff as well. In a way. Mischief skills with command cooldown from 15 seconds to 20 to 12. Bonus movement speed from 10 to up to 15. Yeah, definitely a rebalance. And you get a creep penalty on lifesteal. Boundless strike duration is replaced with +10 damage. I mean, damage is nice. I think you rather have damage a lot of the time. More farm speed, more kill potential. But yeah, he's not gonna heal for an absurd amount now when he Jingu Boundless strikes. So that's pretty good. You can still glyph him though. Fuck him. Remove the Adaptive Strike Strength ability as it is merged with an agility one. Okay. Reworked Flow changes Morphling's primary to strength. He gets 1% spell amp per 4 agility. Spell amplification is breakable. Stuns, Adaptive Strike stuns the target for up to 2.4 seconds depending on his strength. Same rules as knockback effect. And waveform now attacks all the targets with 50% of his damage. Does not apply on hit effects. No longer knocks back enemies. Move to base. Spell amp, huh? 1% per 4 agi. I mean, I think it's way worse. I'm gonna be honest here. I think it's way worse. CDR was extremely strong because you could chain stun and do stuff. It does make it so that maybe you can blast people a bit better. Late game you get up to 100% spell amp. If you have 400, yeah, 400 agi. When you have primary stat being strength, I mean, sure. But if you have 400 agi, you know, you would have to build a lot to get to that. I'm not sure about it. I think the CDR was way stronger. I think having 60% CDR or whatever fuck he had, like some massive CDR, was way stronger. He played Dagon Kaya. Yeah, I'm a non-believer in that, but we'll see. Normally grants bonus stats from the talent tree. Not talent tree, all attributes provide an additional +3 to his primary attributes. Ah, okay. I see. No longer... so he doesn't get a bunch of extra intelligence. So his mana pool is going to be hurting a little bit more. Adaptive Strike is merged into one. Yep. So it doesn't have two different ones. Kind of nice. And mana cost rescale from 5 to 20 to 10 always. Okay. It's a little bit worse for laning stage, but way better later on. Morphling keeps his attributes while morphed. I see. So he can keep his attributes while morphing into something else so that he can get the spell amp. Yeah, that's the big reason here, I guess. So you can play flow and be spell amped. Or, you know, morph into something else and have your Giga agility. This is a pretty big thing for both facets, actually. And then some talent changes. Waveform morph duration, attack range. Waveform range at 15. He gets 20 agile on level 20. And he never gets the waveform applies on hits here. Yeah.
Morph into Dusa and go BRRRRR.
So it never applies on hits, even if you take the facet or if you get talents. You never get the on hit effect. So you can't just waveform and get the immediate fucking Daedalus procs, you know? That's kind of nice. Yeah, fuck Morphling. Thank you, Skydex, for 61. Myrta. Removed parting shot. So we're doing something with her. Now upgraded with Aghanim Scepter is the Dead Shot. Increases damage by 125. Dead Shot AoE expands after it ricochets. And pierces through enemy heroes as it fears them. That's pretty good. I mean, yes, Parting Shot was nice to disable people, but having a piercing fear, hitting multiple people, and getting 125 damage on it? Sounds worth. Sounds really good. If you get 2 charges on it, I think you still do. I don't see a change to the talent. 2 charges on that sounds fucking amazing. Gunslinger, second shot now prioritizes heroes, and then non-hero units, and then buildings. We can harass people in lane with it. Oh my god, skilling Gunslinger in lane is not complete grief anymore. Okay, that's pretty big. So now you can actually skill Gunslinger and you will passively be harassing the enemy a little bit extra because it does prioritize them. That's big. They did nerf the numbers, but it scales to be almost the same on max level, so it's pretty fine. Deadshot cast range is a little bit nerfed. HP inside the calling is replaced with 150 health, and then you have the 3% max health in calling. They took away the Deadshot damage talent, which makes the Aghanim Scepter build a little bit weaker. Yeah, I mean, this is really nice. Really nice stuff overall. The talents for HP, I think, are really, really strong. You can be quite durable with that. I think Core Myrta is big time buffed. And as for support Myrta, I mean, I like it. For support Myrta, I think the Aghanim Scepter is much better than the previous one. The previous one had its use cases, but this one is gonna always be good. You know, the previous one, like, oh, I can isolate this guy and kill him. Or, oh, I can isolate this guy and prevent him from moving around for a bit, you know. But he can still do some stuff. Now, you're just always going to be useful with this. Yeah, I think it's way better now. Eel Skin, bonus evasion is increased by 2%. Pretty strong. If she stacks up her illusions, she's going to get a lot of evasion. Ensnare cooldown is replaced with 100 pull speed. I mean, maybe that's worth. I don't know, man. Maybe some Ethelend's Naga or some shit ensnaring you from far away and then fucking pull you. It could be worth. Cooldown is hard to pass up though, but I could see a possibility here. This is a lot of pull speed increase. You could pull people really out of position with it. It might be worth. Nature's Prophet is now a universal hero. Oh dear god. Oh dear god, don't make this fucker universal. Universal is nerfed anyway, it's fine. Soothing Saplings. Allied Tangles provide double the heal duration when consuming a tree created by Sprout, similar to using... I thought I already did that. I actually didn't know that it didn't. Ironwood Treant multiplier rescaled from 2 to 6 to 4. Yes, fuck him. A little bit stronger early on, but doesn't become this fucking monster. Yeah, His damage at level 30 is increased by 25, so he is going to be able to do different builds now as well. Might be scary. Now skills with Breath of Nature instead of Nature's Call. Bonus damage. Radius increased from 300 to 600. Radius increase. Jesus Christ. So this is the one where he gets bonuses for being near trees. And now he gets it for being within 600 of a tree instead of 300. The damage numbers are retweaked, but this sounds really strong. Yeah, Manta Prophet coming. I think so. Yeah. Interesting. Don't fight Nature's Prophet in the trees, is all I'm going to say. Rapid Decay now also makes enemies have their Restoration Amplification decreased by the same value as Necrophos gains. Restoration Amplification now also applies to Lifesteal and Spell Lifesteal. And Radius is down on the Heartstopper. Okay. I mean, kind of nice, I guess. I don't know. I don't feel like that's the most exciting changes. They removed the Blinding Void. Voidbringer is here. Gives a level 5 to the Voids. It does 400 damage, 4 seconds night duration, and becomes a point target ability with 300 AoE during the night. Sounds pretty good. Night Rain changes Roshan's first move, blah blah. Hunter in the Night, you get level 1 for free, and the max level is level 5. Move speed is rescaled. So you can have both Hunter in the Night and Void on level 1. Void no longer reduces vision. Night duration decreased from 2.5 to 4 to 2 to 3.5. And with Voidbringer it's the same. Right. Void damage is replaced with the Void cooldown. Hunter in the Night status rest decreased from 35 to 30. And Dark Ascension cooldown reduction is slightly worse. I mean, I think this with free passive and having Void sounds pretty good. But maybe this is worth exploring. AoE Void, I mean, farms really fast, I can imagine. Doesn't sound bad. Doesn't sound bad, at least. Nyx Assassin. Mana burn. Mind Flare burns 16 to 25% of a target's max mana. Okay, so it's no longer the on abilities or on damage stuff. It's just Mind Flare burns mana now. It no longer insta-kills creeps. Oh, yeah. Fuck you, Nyx. Well, it was fun while it lasted, Nyx. Your reign of terror is over. Yeah, Nyx is quite massively nerfed with this. Vendetta damage, spite damage reflects. Vendetta damage, yeah. I mean, it's pretty big nerfs. Yeah, Nyx is definitely not going to be as strong anymore. 25% max mana sounds like terror to me. Yeah, I mean, it's good, but I think it's way weaker than the current one. And you don't get Scuttlebug then. So you don't get the free pathing and 15 seconds of haste. I'm completely okay with them taking this. I'm completely okay with them going for the mana burn. Bonus movement speed is decreased on the Bloodlust. Ignite damage is down and Fire Blast is down. Well, fuck Ogre. He was pretty successful. He was looking very, very strong. He had like a 70 or 80% win rate in pro games recently, by the way. Looking at stats, it was like very, very impressive win rate on him. Omni Knight, who's about to get some of the most boring changes of the entire patch. Aghanim Scepter, HP regen and heal amp increased by 50%. And a level 15 talent that gets more. I mean, it's not bad. It's buffs, but still so fucking boring. But yeah, more and more healing when you have Aghanim Scepter. If you have Aghanim Scepter. I would say it's a fucking nothing burger in my opinion. But sure, you can heal a lot with this. Clairvoyant Curse. The spell amp per level is increased on Oracle to be 1% instead of 0.5. Aghanim Scepter bonus spell damage increased from 25% to 30%. Okay. Maybe there's a way to go for the nuker build Oracle. I feel like 9 is gonna play Oracle, 100%. Some 9 Oracle happening. Max mana on proc increased from 4 to 5. Pretty nice buff for the Decimator. Health is replaced with Imprisonment cast range. Current mana's movement speed decreased from 1.5 to 1. Imprisonment cast range replaced with 8% Astral Imprisonment mana capacity steal. And spell life steal replaced with 450 health. 450 health on a 20 talent is a lot. Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty buff, dude. How do you play Oracle mid? I mean, you generally don't. It's not for the uninitiated, but you can. And yeah, I think with these changes, you could do it now. But again, I do not recommend anyone do it, but I'm just calling it. 9 is going to do it. Rolling Thunder duration replaced with 15% attack damage as swashbuckle damage. Ooh. Fucking strong. And then swashbuckle attack damage as swashbuckle is replaced with rolling duration. Cool. And rolling duration cooldown reduction is slightly worse. Swashbuckle cooldown reduction is better. Well, I guess you just take swashbuckle on 25 now. Removed the Veil 1 facet. You know, that's funny because I've been talking about how PA was probably the hero in Dota that had the most balanced facets out of all heroes. She had like literally 0.1% win rate difference between her two facets. They were absolutely like identical in win rate almost. But they removed the Veil 1, so fuck that. Sweet release. Stifling Dagger. Stifling Dagger, whenever a dagger hits and does not kill an enemy, it leaves a stacking debuff that lasts 6 seconds. When a debuffed unit dies, they launch one Stifling Dagger per stack at a random enemy around the target, prioritizing heroes. These daggers have 50% damage and slow values. Oh boy. Stacks can't be dispelled, and each new dagger refreshes the duration of all the oh, fuck, dude. Fuck me. Oh, this is insanely strong. Looks like shit. What? We have a completely different read on this then. It's actually bad. It only casts 1 dagger per enemy. I mean, unless I'm reading it completely wrong, this sounds nice as fuck, no? You spam daggers on someone, and you refresh them over time. And then when they have daggers on them, you just fucking kill them, and new daggers are gonna fly out to the next people. Yeah, it's 1 dagger per stack, no? Try it. Okay, I'm actually gonna... I'm gonna go in and try it. I didn't think that I was gonna go and demo anything, but... What the fuck is happening here? Oh shit, this is why it's happening. Heroes are moved around. Ah, I can't see. Where the fuck are the heroes? Alright, things look different. Let me turn on some audio here. Okay, so first of all, let's just make some heroes. Let's do free spells first, just to test it. Okay, so it does stack up a bunch of daggers. And does he get hit with everything, or just 1 now? He gets it with everything. So whatever daggers you have applied, then you can do Stifling Dagger damage and cooldown. You probably still take the... either is fine here, actually. Triple Stifling Dagger.
I make no whisper.
I mean, obviously I'm just fucking around in demo mode right now, but this sounds annoying as hell if you're ever in a standoff. If she starts spamming daggers on anyone, you gotta get out of there. Turn off free spells. Let's just see the cooldown and how much we can apply. What's the grace period for this? Okay, it's kind of hard to do from max range. I think it's not gonna... Octarine Core. Okay, now It is applying for max range. Just selecting the wrong silencer.
It is not done yet. Surreptitiously.
What if with Divine? Then it will hurt. The new PA item build, boys. Oh fuck, I let it time out.
Silently.
I am not ready. Oh yes.
I don't know, it looks very bad. You and I have different view on what looks bad and what looks good, is all. I think it looks good. I think it looks very good, because if you get to level 25, triple stifling dagger, and you have the Aghanim scepter, which resets your ability cooldowns, or even just, you know. Yeah, no, I think it's fucking nice, dude. Cooldown reduction of 50%.
Scepter at last.
I mean, I don't know. To me, it sounds like you kill one, and then you kill the next, and then you kill the next. Can you use it on creeps?
Yes.
Carnage, a legacy is forged.
You tried it in you tried it in Turbo. It's broken with Aghanims. She doesn't need to engage. Yeah.
Slyly.
Yes, it works on creeps, guys. But you need to have dagger to creep and have it not die from that, and then it bounces over to the hero. I mean, so you can't dagger last hit and automatically hit the target on a hero. You need to dagger and then last hit, and then it's gonna fly to the hero. It still seems very, very good though. I think it's good. I don't know. You can think what you want. I'm gonna be playing this if I play PA. Evasion is down. Stifling dagger, movement slow is decreased. Blur isn't removed on attack by default. Yep. Douglas, a little bit of a damage rescale on the ulti, slightly weaker. Fan of Knives, cooldown is increased, mana cost increased. And then you have these Stifling Dagger damage talents, dude. Already on 15. I think she's fucking sick. I think it's sick. Removed Convergence. Now we have Lancelot. Copies of Spirit Lands created by Phantom Lancer Solutions deal 25% of the ability's damage. Lance copies don't deal any damage to the enemy they bounce on with Aghanim Scepter. So you make a bunch of illusions and then use your fucking Spirit Lands? Sounds crazy. Wait, 25%? Isn't that a lot? Like, a lot of lands? Aghanim Scepter bonus illusion damage increase from 20 to 30%. Yeah, Aghanim Scepter PL sounds great. It's up to 10 illusions, so you can have 250% damage. That's fucking wild. Yeah. That's fucking crazy, dude. I think PL is great. Sunray now applies 2x Blinding Suns stacks to targets near the end of the beam. Okay. Buff that shit even more. Even more mischance. Removed the Romp and Stomp. Provoke the Beasts. Uproar. In addition to stacks from hero damage, Primal Beast now also gains 2 uproar stacks upon being stunned, hexed, taunted, feared, or rooted. Oh shit. Oh, that sounds pretty good. Pulverize is now granted at the start of each slam. AoE bonus is now granted at the start of each slam instead of the end. Bonus AoE per hit increased from 20 to 25. Bonus AoE duration increased from 10 to 20. Shit. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. 20 seconds duration? Doesn't that mean that you can have like refresher and just get giga pulverizes? Knockback radius and distance are no longer affected by the AoE increase. No longer passively grants damage. Instant slow. Yeah, okay. Onslaught is replaced with plus 20 damage. Sure. Puckish facet or innate gets nerfed again. Makes sense. It's way too broken. Mana coil or dream coil up on mana costs. CDR is slightly better. Waning Rifts is also better. Okay, so the nerfs overall, but buffs to the talents. Removed Flayer's Hook facet. Removed Eject ability and reworked Agnum's Shard upgrade. Okay. Rot and Core. While Rot is active, Punch gains 4 to 16% bonus attack damage every second, up to 20 to 80% max bonus damage after 5 seconds. Once Rot is deactivated, damage bonus rapidly decays over 1 second. Okay. So auto attack Punch is here. And Fresh Meat, strength increase from 1 to 5 to 2 to 6. It's a good increase. But yeah, fuck Flayer's Hook, dude. Fuck the Flayer's Hook. Now upgraded with Agnum's Shard. When Meat Hook hits an enemy, it deals 20% of the pull distance as damage. When the Meat Hook hits an ally, the Meat Hook cooldown is reduced by 50%. Oh. And dismember... Oh yeah, he did lose one of the best support shards in the entire game. But Punch players are brain dead, so they didn't even use it most of the time. Most of the time you play against the support Punch, he's running around with like a fucking Blink Blade Mail or some stupid shit anyway. So it's fine. I mean, this was literally one of the best abilities in the entire game. But losing it probably won't feel like a big loss for Punch players anyway. Yeah, this save was literally S tier. Arguably the single best save in all of Dota. And then we have Meat Hook getting buffed instead. I mean, this is a nice buff, dude. That shard is definitely worth getting. Tons of damage on enemies. And then if you hook an ally, it's also going to get CDR'd. So if you get blocked by an ally, you can still hook again. That's fine. Life Drain also doesn't kill illusions now, same as the Lion's Mana Drain. Doesn't restore mana. Ally Drain heal per second. Wow, not restoring mana is huge change. Wow, did he just get gutted? What the fuck? They just took Pugna and just went fucking boom! Fuck you! Holy shit, that's an enormous nerf. Alright. Well, I mean, fuck you if you play Pugna, I guess. There's some other changes here, but none of them make up for the loss here. You can't fix people's mana anymore. You can't fix your own mana anymore. Yeah, fuck you, I guess. Also, illusions seem to be scary. Not dying to mana drain, not dying to life drain. Now, Queen of Pain, Masochist. Outgoing damage, spell damage reflected increased from 21 to 27%. Bondage now is a facet that improves Succubus. Succubus also makes spell lifesteal apply to magical and pure damage. Oh, to reflected magical and pure damage. Interesting. Interesting. So Succubus is the innate ability. Now also make all sources of spell lifesteal apply to pure damage. And spell lifesteal decrease from 12 to 18% to 2 to 14%. Right. So she spell lifesteals off of reflected stuff. So Blade Mail and Lotus Orb type stuff will actually spell lifesteal for her. So Blade Mail Queen is back again. Yeah, it scales up with levels, I guess. So you have like no spell lifesteal to begin with, but it scales up. Yeah, only on Bondage Facet you can go for that. If you go for Masochist, it's still business as usual. It looks like it's nerfed, but you get the Succubus effect for free, so it's really not nerfed. It's actually more buffed towards later stages. Yeah. And then Shadow Strike, initial damage increased from 30 to 120 to 50 to 140. And Aghanim Scepter doesn't increase it. So Shadow Strike, stronger in laning stage. I like it. I like the changes to Queen. As a level 30 Queen player, I think it's good. I think it's very good. Aghanim Shard no longer pulls Razor and his targets closer together. Instead, slows the target's movement speed by 1x the amount of damage stolen while the link is active. Oh shit. That's a lot of slow. Strike damage now classified as reflection damage. Sure. Plasma field slow. Yeah, I mean, that slow sounds not fun, dude. Medusa doesn't care. Just walk anyway. Contract Killer, Hero Assists rescaled from 25 to 100 to 25 to 175. Ricky also gets 25 to 175 bonus experience for Courier and Ward kills. He's a support now, boys. Holy shit. Support Ricky is fucking on it. He's gonna de-ward everything. I wonder if it counts sentry kills too. Probably not. That would be too absurd. Exterminator, when Ricky kills a non-hero unit during Trickster trade, the cooldown is reduced by 0.75. Wow. That's also a nice buff. Smokescreen no longer buffs allies. Yeah, that was a fucking mistake. I'm glad they went back on that. And Trickster trade cooldown replaced with -1 cloak and dagger fade delay. I like it. It says wards, it should include sentries. Nah, there's no fucking way. There's no way you're getting experience for killing sentries. That's too fucking broken. But I guess so. Yeah, I mean, it does say wards. It is. Dude, that's so stupid. Especially on a hero that wants to get rid of sentries. Now he's incentivized to do it even more because he gets experience for it. And now, finally, this will be interesting for today. I'm playing, I'm casting Dream League later. Ringmaster is added to Captain's mode. And he has facets. So Ringmaster has Carney Classics, Set Start Carnival Souvenirs to Funhouse Mirror, Strongman Tonic, and Whoopee Cushion. Made exclusively for this. I fucking called it, man. I called that this was what they were gonna do for the facets for a Ringmaster. I've been saying it for months that they should do different souvenirs and have different sets. So you can pick which ones you want. That's so fucking cool, dude. They actually did it. Let's see what they do. Crystal Ball. Scans target area, 450 area for 4 seconds. Indicates whether there are enemy heroes in that area for the duration. Reveals invis units and wards in the scanned area, but does not provide vision. Oh, so you can find wards with it? Reveal lingers for 1 second. Global cast range. Yo, that is good. That is very good. That is very good. Unicycle. After 0.5 seconds preparation, Ringmaster mounts a speedy unicycle to ride around on for 10 seconds. Crashing into trees destroys them and slows the unicycle. Attacking, using abilities and taking damage, picking up runes, or crashing into other units, and other obstacle dismounts the rider. Wow. So you have to be pretty precise. Yeah, it's basically Pango. Yeah. Weighted pie. Tosses a pie at the target enemy, knocking them back and reducing their vision to 50. Vision recovers over 2 seconds. And target allies won't provide vision for them during the duration. The pie instantly kills any non-ancient creep. What? So he's the Nyx now. I mean, this is way more conditional than randomly mind-flaring creeps on a cooldown. But, okay. I think he's... like, all of these help you move around the map and de-ward. All of them. Because this scans where you will find the wards. This helps you get there. And this you can use to get experience by the jungle creeps while you're on your way there. Or you just keep it to gank. If I can gank someone, fucking throw a pie at them. Yeah, 50 vision is literally nothing, by the way. Completely blinded when this gank comes in. So that's pretty hard to deal with. Frugal Filch, stolen mana reduction is up to 80%. Wow. Wow, that's a lot. 12% Fade Bolt damage reduction replaced with 0.25 Might and Mage's damage and resistance. Right, sure. Telekinesis lift and stun duration from 0.4 to 0.5 and 1 second longer cooldown reduction. Or more CDR. Kind of whatever changes for him, I guess. Not showing the unicycle. Dude, I gotta get done here, okay? I need to finish this at some point. We'll see everything in the game eventually. Caustic Finale radius massively increased. The Aghanim Scepter build could be big with this. Actually huge. Obviously Bloodstone is nerfed though to not be AoE, so I'm not sure about it. Shadow Poison hit damage from 30 to 60 to 24 to 60. A little bit weaker. Demonic Purge duration is decreased by 1 second, and for a cleanse. No longer requires at least level 1 Demonic Purge to be castable. No longer upgrades with Demonic Purge. Okay. No longer upgraded with Aghanim Scepter. Sure, you just get the cleanse. Okay, it's just unrelated to it entirely now. Shadow Fiend. Shadow Mire no longer slows the attack speed. Movement slow per stack is rescaled. Holy fuck, 12% on max level? Okay, laning against Shadow Fiend is going to be fine until it's not fine. Level 3 and level 4 races are insane. You can at least hit back, but yeah, that slow is very, very quickly going to add up. Feast of Souls, mana cost is down. Attack speeds, bonus rescale from 30 to 90 to 40 to 85. And duration is increased. I feel like no one is still going to use it. People fucking hate this ability, man. It's weird. Removed Cluster Cuck. No cucking anymore, but now we have Chicken Fingers. Passive, attacking an enemy hero, transform them into a chicken with a 100 movement speed for 1 second. Cooldown 15. So just auto attack and the enemy get hexed. Interesting. Foul Play is now upgraded with Shard. Increases the damage reduction duration to 1.5 seconds and adds a 0.1 second invulnerability time before it. Upon triggering Foul Play, 3 uncontrollable chicken illusions will spawn and try to confuse enemies. They exist for 3 seconds and either stand still or run. Also allows Shadow Shaman to use items while transformed. Ooh, that's huge. That's massive, the final part there. Because that's, I mean, you haven't been able to blink while you're in the transformation, for instance. And that's been annoying. Or different things. Interesting. No longer upgraded with Aghanim Shard. Now upgraded with Aghanim Scepter. Hold up. Increases cast range from 450 to 600. Okay. Shackled units expel an Ether Shock every 0.9 seconds that affects all enemies within 600 units for 100% of the damage. Shackled units cannot be damaged by this effect. Also allows it to be cast on both allies and enemies, including Serpent Wards. Allied units are not disabled, and a shackle is broken if the ally travels further than 2,000 units from... What the fuck is this? Yo, that's actually insanely strong. That's absurd damage. It's really high damage. And Serpent Wards are no longer upgraded with the Aghanim Scepter. Plus damage is replaced with +1 ward targets. That's better. In most cases. And Ether Shock damage is nerfed. As it should be. Because what the fuck is this? Okay, Shackle is not okay. The Aghanim Scepter Rasta is great, I think. Absolutely insane. Yeah, like play with a Night Stalker or with a Darkseer and you just have them go in and you just stand there and shackle. Or just drop your fucking... drop your ward. Like, now you can actually do this. You can, like, go on the enemy, hex them, drop your wards, and fucking shackle a ward if you want quick burst damage. I know a lot of the time you're going to want to shackle the enemy. And if you do shackle the enemy, if anyone else comes in to try and save them, they will get hit by the fucking shock. I think it's great. Also, you can clear stacks like crazy with this. Yo, mid-Rasta, stack Ancients? I mean, you can't do it until you have Aghanim Scepter now. It's the problem. But yeah. Arcane Curse ability reworked. Curses the target area, dealing damage and causing enemy heroes to take damage over time and slowing their movement speed. Silenced enemies take 1.5% slow on damage. Anytime affected enemies cast a spell, the duration is increased. Duration is paused as long as the target is silenced. Initial damage is 80. 40 initial damage 80, 40 damage on the ticks, 350 radius, space duration 6. Movement slow 25, penalty duration is 2 for every time you get silenced. Silence multiplier 1.5. Cast range 1000 is really long. And pretty low cooldown too. Compared to previous iterations, this ability duration can be decreased by status resistance or increased by debuff duration bonuses. Glaives of Wisdom no longer silences enemies after attacking them 4 times. Into damage percentage increased from 20 to 80 to 35 to 80. Whoa, way stronger on level 1. It's almost level 2 Glaives. And not silencing kind of sucks, but I mean, it's still a big change. Last word, ability reworked. Enchants a target, providing vision of them and causing them to be damaged and silenced if they cast a spell. Yeah, exactly. Or if the enchantment timer expires. Deals extra damage based on the difference in int between... Yeah, so it's old last word, basically. Coming back. Damage multiplier, yep. Okay, old last word, basically. Global silence, cooldown is always 120. No longer applies to couriers. What the fuck? I didn't know that I did. Arcing curse, damage is replaced with 0.5 multiplier. And 35 and 5% last word damage and slow is replaced with last word AoE. Right. I mean... Interesting. I'm happy for anything that happens to Silencer, because this hero fucking sucked. And a few of these things does sound like it's gonna make him a lot stronger. Like this is way better in laning stage for a support Silencer. It's also a bit stronger in the early lane for a mid Silencer. As for the reworks, we'll see. Not silencing on attack is sad, but I think you might be happy with these changes anyway. Spell lifesteal rescaled from 20 to 50% to 25 to 40% on Rune and Restoration. Arcing Bolt for 75 to 135 base damage to 60 to 135. Mana cost is down by 10. And item search range is down a little bit. Concussive no longer has creep damage penalty. Fuck yes. Let's go. We can farm. Search range changed from 700 around the Scarlet Mage to 500 around the first target. Oh, nice. Nice. That sounds good. And search range is down a little bit on these things as well. Okay. Fair enough. I think good changes for Skywrath. A little bit sad that his lifesteal got nerfed, but... You know, pretty nice still. Like they... Guardian Sprint Speed Burst Duration increased from 2 to 2.5. Armor Transfer increased from 40 to 50%. Brian Guard. I mean, Slardar should be giga buffed just by the fact that there's a bunch of rivers everywhere. I think Slardar is going to be buffed no matter what. So unless they nerf him hard here, I think Slardar is going to be a great pick. Seaborn Sentinel. HP regen increased from 2 to 8 to up to 10. HP regen with Aghanim Scepter is from 24 to 30 to 24 to 32. They buffed it. Okay. Bonus movement speed from 10 to 40 to 10 to 34. Okay, that's fair. He did need something like that. Aghanim Scepter bonus puddle radius rescaled from flat 300 to 80% increase. Total puddle radius decreased from 550 to 450. Sure. But that's fine. We'll just buy our increased AoE. We'll pay for it. Bash to the Deep no longer does extra damage to creeps. Okay, there it is. There's the big nerf to make up for the fact that the map now favors Slardar massively. Yeah, this is a big nerf. This definitely hurts his farming capabilities, but I think you're fine, honestly. I think this is a fair trade. Trail duration is down on Corrosive Haze, now upgraded with Aghanim Scepter. Increases the trail duration by 5 and trail radius by 80% from 100 to 180. Okay. And Guardian Sprint duration cooldown replaced with duration. And Slithering Crush duration replaced with Seaborn Sentinel bonus damage. Oh shit. You get damage in the water. Oh, that's way nicer. Okay. I think Slardar is a win. I think it's definitely good for him. Darkgrave Renegade Barracuda now causes Slark's attacks to apply a non-stacking debuff that reduces the target's armor by 1, 2, 3, and 4 for 2 seconds. And it lingers. Linger duration is rescaled from 1.5 to 3 to 2 seconds. Yeah, just free fucking 4 armor reduction. It's fucking nice. Sounds pretty nice, to be honest. Depth Shroud. Depth Shroud radius is decreased a little bit. Makes sense. It was kind of annoying. And Shadow Dance attack speed is reduced or increased by 10. Essence Shift's duration is down by 5. Fair. Universal Hero, Universal stat changes. Skipping those. Attack damage is increased by 5% on Lil Shredder. Okay. Take aim now as an overhead indicator when the ability is active. Isn't that only gonna help the... Yeah, it's just to make enemies see that Sniper has a bunch of armor, I guess. Shrapnel movement slow is replaced with 55 take aim bonus attack range. Nice. Take aim duration is replaced with 150 assassinate damage. Nice. I mean, they did change the countdown to not be the same as before, so it's definitely worse on him than it was before. But the damage is nice for an Aghanim Scepter build. Attack speed is replaced with attack speed during take aim. That's a yikes. That's a nerf, definitely. I mean, you'd rather have 30 attack speed always than 45 attack speed at some points, especially coming with a drawback. Take aim armor is replaced with take aim duration. Okay. Spectre is a universal hero now. Forsaken is reworked. Desolate deals 1.75 times damage, but Spectre solutions can no longer trigger Desolate. Oh. Okay. So you have to go for a different type of build. Still very good with the Orchid Bloodthorn Rush type style. Twisted Knife no longer reduces the cooldown. Nice. That one was the broken facet. Damage reflected is also lowered a little bit. Quite a bit on level 1 actually. 11 to 7%. Makes her a lot squishier in lane. Shadow Step has 50 cooldown instead of 40. And Reality has 1.5 seconds cooldown instead of 3 seconds cooldown. Okay, so Reality is a little bit better even if you're not Twisted Knifing. And Haunt Illusion replaced with all illusion damage. Ooh! Oh, what the fuck? So, a Manta buff. Interesting. An illusion rune. Twisted Knife is literally the same. I don't think it was. Yeah, I think... Wasn't it 1 second? I think it was 1, not 1.5. Now it's 1.5 always. So yeah, Twisted Knife is overall not buffed, but... Or it got nerfed a bit, but it should be. Removed imbalanced facet. Now we have bullshit. Bullshit, you say? Greater Bash. Greater Bash increases its chance if you've bashed more than one hero within the last 10 seconds. Each additional hero past the first increases Greater Bash chance by 17%. This is actually bullshit, guys. That sounds fucking absurd. Because if you charge through multiple enemies, you apply Bash to them. So if you charge through the entire enemy team, you basically have guaranteed Bash on every single hit. That's fucking crazy, dude. What the fuck do you do against that? Oh, dear gods. Yeah. That sounds awful to play against. So you gotta line up the enemy, charge through them, and then you just go in. Yeah. Planar Pockets, duration is increased. Greater Bash chance is replaced with minus cooldown. There we go. So you can perma bash people. And Greater Bash damage is decreased from 25 to 20%. Wow. I mean, yeah, this guy's strong. Even if you hit 2 heroes, you get 51% chance to bash, 17% base, plus 34 from the hero bonuses. Yeah, that is wild. You don't think that bash charge is counted? I mean, we can test it. We'll test it real quick just to... let's go bullshit. This is very, very easily testable. Let me show you guys. Okay, we have some enemies. Why's my audio down again? Oh, I guess I set it down again. Okay.
Indeed.
So... let's just take everything. We're gonna charge through. That looks pretty fucking 100% to me, dude. Yeah, we're literally guaranteed to bash. It's just the cooldown that makes us not bash. You can see it here. The moment we have the cooldown ready. Very interactive. You have stacks visually. I know. I see it.
I charge ahead.
That's true. You can see how many you collected as you charge through. So then you just keep hitting everyone randomly. Because you took the plus 25% skill? What 25% skill? You mean the damage? Damage is irrelevant. The damage is irrelevant, brother. There's no percentage chance increase on the talents anymore. Yeah, so Spirit Breaker seems pretty fucking nutty, I'm gonna be honest. If he charges 3 people with that. That does not seem bad. Even if you just charge a single guy, or if you hit 2 people, you have so high chance of bashing. Bullshit actually seems crazy good to me. Isn't it like 85% at 5 stacks? I mean, no. Isn't it more? 6 times 17, no? 17 increase for every single one that you bashed. You bash 5 people, you start at 17. So 6 times 17. I'm not a math teacher, but that sounds like a guaranteed bash to me. 102% chance to bash. Should work. It should work. Okay, Storm, level 10 talent. Overload damage replaced with overload attack speed and movement slow. Kind of whatever. Sven, base armor increased by 1. Base strength decreased. Agility decreased. And strength is increased. Strength gain is increased. Heavy plate physical barrier amounts increased from 60 to 240 to 70 to 80. Wrath of God no longer decreases Sven's base damage. Bonus damage per strength decreased from 0.4 to 0.7 to 0 to 0.5. What? I see. Okay. So it scales to be very good. I mean, it's just that you don't lose damage in the laning stage, really. That's really good, honestly, but then you don't get any buff here. I don't know. So you need to level your ulti. It feels weird. It feels very weird. Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about it, but it does help his laning stage a lot that he doesn't lose damage to begin with. Yeah, I think it's overall a nice buff to him. Because you can already buy quite a bit of strength, and then eventually we scale up. Storm Hammer radius is rescaled from 270 to scaled to 310. Great Cleave. The distance is lower. The end width scales to be the same. Cleave damage higher on level 1. Not as high on max level. You can't harass people in lane with it anymore. Warcry speed decreased from 10 to 22, 6 to 15. Jesus. So little. I guess you get more armor on max level, but even less armor on level 1 as well. Attack speed replaced with Vanquisher bonus damage. Right, that's the damage on stun targets. Fuck, man. These are nerfs. Sven is weaker now. And he was already pretty irrelevant. I think Sven is not a winner. I'm gonna be honest. That doesn't look good. Techies, again, universal changes. Ends with 52 less damage total at max level. Techies, Spoon Stash is reworked. Techies stack all previously selected enchantments onto newly crafted neutral items. Also, so his item... His end item will have super enchantments on it. Wow. So he can have, it also allows to have 2 tier 5 enchantments by recrafting a tier 5 item. Okay, so he can have crazy fucking neutral item. It gets every single buff. It doesn't get all the actives, but it gets all the passive stuff. Seems wild. Seems wild. Cast point is improved on this. Now also causes sticky bombs and proximity mines within the radius to deal 15% more damage. Pretty huge. Now we're where it matters. The TA changes. Let's go. +2 or 0.2 agi gain. Hidden Reach. When in meld, TA gradually increases her attack range by up to an additional 400 over the course of 1 second. That seems fucking fun. That seems really fun. I can definitely fuck with that. Side bleeds have been nerfed again. 550 range to 700 is now 400 to 700 range. And the split damage goes from 85 to 100 to 70 to 100. So, yeah, side blade harassing in lane is just gone. Honestly, I'm gonna say this. I'm really, really sad and really, really missing the days when side blade harassing in laning stage and being a mid TA was the part of TA that was like a skilled TA player. All her stuff now, like, it's cool, but I really miss the mechanic of side blading people in mid lane. And now, at 30% reduced damage, you know, where you used to have 100% damage and you used to have, you know, twice the range essentially, it now feels hardly even worth to do. Because if you auto attack the enemy creeps to side blade onto the hero attacks you, and you take full damage from them, you're just losing that trade. So side blade harassing feels very, very scuffed already. Even at 85%, it felt really scuffed. Now I can tell you, minus 150 range and minus 15% more damage. I'm not gonna bother trying to sideblade people. It's just gonna be, oh, if I happen to sideblade them while farming, then that's nice. But it's basically a dead mechanic now, which I do miss a lot. But this, on the other hand, is gonna be the new form of harassment. We're gonna slap people with a fucking meld. Skill meld level 1 and just meld them. That's quite a bit of damage. Aghanim Scepter no longer gives 100 bonus damage to the trap, but the Aghanim Scepter gives you psionic projection, which has 75 more damage instantaneously at least. So you lose damage over time, but you get more instantaneous damage. Refraction damage is replaced with 2.5 seconds meld debuff duration, which allows you to get more debuffs of melds at the same time, which can be very nice. The more melds you apply, the more damage you will end up doing. And meld armor reduction is replaced with 40 refraction damage here. Okay. Refractor might actually be pretty nice with that. The question is if I like it more than having 20 earlier. I think 20 earlier is better than the 40 down the road, because 40 is not that much at level 20 compared to it. So Refractor I think I'm not going to take. I'm just going to play Hidden Reach and play around the melds. Might even just go for the meld debuff duration. See how that feels. As a non-TA player, your TA used to get out of meld and not hit because you hit stuff outside of range. Won't this facet mess with that, or I understand it wrong? I mean, it will make it easier to hit because you have more attack range. So it will... If you mean it will mess with your ability to fuck up your meld, yes, it will make it easier for you to land meld. Terror Wave Metamorphosis duration is increased by 5 seconds. Okay, on a Terror Wave. Conjure Image damage replaced with Conjure Image cooldown. Reflection cooldown, Reflection duration. Kind of whatever changes. Krill Eater no longer reduces base strength. Wow, that's a big buff to Krill Eater, to be honest. Kraken Shell now has 50% block value against creeps. Quite the nerf. Now can be activated to double the block damage at the cost of 40 movement speed, 40% movement speed. Lasts 4 seconds, costs mana, and has a cooldown. So you can still farm the ancient stack of creeps, but it does cost you a bit of extra mana. And it's only 4 seconds of extra damage block, so you will take more damage if you farm ancients as a tide. And you will take more damage in general from creeps, but this buff is nice. Twisted Chakram mana costs increased from 100 to 100, 140, 180, and the damage decreased from 110 to 200 to 100 to 200. Makes sense, this was way too strong. It's just a slight nerf. Mana cost increased from 75 to 175 to 100 to 180, and pass damage decreased from 110 to 200 to 100 to 200. Wow, big nerfs for Timber. Magic resistance replaced with exposure therapy heals for 7 per HP. HP per tree destroyed. Okay. Tinker, Aghanim Scepter current or maximum health reduction increased from 10 to 15%. Tinker laser damage increased from 40 to 50. Rearm grants 50% magic resistance replaced with 10 seconds more defense matrix. That's good, at least. And the laser AoE is down. This scares me a bit, because I've played against a fucking Tinker recently who absolutely dominated the game. Like, insanely hard with an Aghanim's Rush to get the double lasers. 5% more health reduction. Sounds very, very painful. Crash landing, bonus landing damage decreased from 20 to 35% to 20%. Nice. Avalanche no longer deals bonus damage to tossed units. Damage increased from 80 to 320 to 100 to 400. Okay. And, wow. Doesn't this just kind of kill Tiny? Toss. I mean, no bonus damage from the avalanche on tossed units feels kind of sad. Yeah, Tiny dead? I think so. Not having the bonus damage on tossed targets feels like his burst potential is going to be really shit now. Then again, we've had Tiny in the patch for quite a while, so fuck him. Aghanim Shard will not turn Treant Protector invisible if he is currently attacking an enemy. Oh, that's a quality of life change, dude. Because it's super annoying to play Treant and have the Shard. You keep going invis while you're attacking. That's a quality of life change. Biggest one I've seen in a long time. Such a good change. Mana cost is increased on living armor, or decreased, sorry. Heal per second is also increased from the living armor. And Nature Scrap's cooldown is changed with Nature Sky's movement speed. Cool. Bad Influence reworked. Battle Trance. During Battle Trance, Troll Warlord has increased max fervor stacks and no attack speed limit. No attack speed limit? Wait, what do you mean no attack speed limit? Hold up. None? Battle Trance grants allied heroes 50% of the attack speed bonus. Battle Trance max fervor stacks 15. The fuck? How fast can that boy go? Okay, that I do want to test. That sounds way too fun. Alright. Give us the fucking scoop. Give us the giga attack speed. I want all of it.
To the massacre. Prepare for battle. Butterfly.
Yeah, I'm just setting it up, guys. Here we go. Alright, I gave him a bunch of moon shards. Consume the moon shard. Put a butterfly. Let's build up some stacks and then we press the ulti. What the fuck are those attacks? Brrr. He attacked every 0.08 seconds. What the fuck, dude? What is this? He's just vibrating his fucking axis, dude. It's anime. Look at it. You can't even see the axis move. They just vibrate. Ora. Yeah, Oracle Ags? Fuck it, get Oracle in here. Why am I searching for him as an item? my casual Oracle. Oracle... Ally. Go. Ags. Even faster! Hold up, we can go even faster. Oh my god, the crafting. What the fuck? How do I imbue it? Any attack speed? Minus attack time? Okay, do I have this now? Is this... Yep, minus attack time. Okay, cool. Cook! I mean, it's insane. So fast, boys. Anyway, let's keep going. So you can cook up some fun stuff. Aghanim Shard no longer increases the max stacks. Now follows the lifesteal rules. Yep. Okay. Sure. Bit of a nerf to the shard, I guess. Drinking Buddies cooldown is lowered. And movement speed bonus is also rescaled a bit. Worse on max level. Kick distance is down from 1400 to 1200. Slow duration is down as well. Damage is increased though by 200. What the fuck? 550 damage from the kick? Can no longer be cast while snowballed, similar to Walrus Punch. Oh, that's a big nerf to it though. You can't do the kidnapping trick as easily. Not as unpreventable. But that's a lot of damage, man. Mid-Tusk, Aghanim's Rush. Firestorm replaced with 15 seconds atrophy aura duration. Firestorm burn damage decreased. Root decreased. Decay damage increased by 10. Makes a bit of difference though, since he still doubles it against creeps, I guess. Soul Rip, mana cost is down, and then 10 more on max level. Slow, nerfed a little bit on the ulti. Whatever changes. Furious Wipes reset, decreased from 15 to 12. Furious Wipes damage decreased from 7 to 5. Ursa was a very strong hero. Retribution bonus damage increased from 10% to 20%. Gotta get that revenge. Veno literally just the universal changes, nothing else. Wow. Is he the first hero who only got stat changes? Everyone else got something. Nosedive now also releases Nether Toxin upon landing. Poison attack, magic resistance reduction is replaced with +1 Viper Strike duration. Become universal, replaced with Nether Toxin radius increased.
Sub for 12 seconds. Looking forward to watching and playing new patch.
Thank you, Mystic Black. Yeah, I am going to be casting games though as well. I have cast coming up, so I'm probably going to have to, read the patch and then be done here. Maybe I can fit one game. I could probably play one game. But I have casts coming up later as well. So we'll see about that. I have a call time to meet as we have some Dream League games. Visage, the universal changes for him too. Sepulture is getting more AoE, but secondary penalty decreased by 25%. And Faithful Followers, Familiar Gold Bounty is decreased by 20. Still a shit facet, dude. Minus cooldown, replaced +4 max lurker max stacks. Okay. Decent. Damage increased on the Remnants. Kind of whatever. Base damage increased by Warlock. Okay, but they nerfed his upheaval. Still stronger in lane though. Weaver attacks to kill the swarm 6688 to 6789 for heroes increased from 3344 to 3445. 5 hits to kill a bug sounds like a lot. Wind Ranger Tangled. A new facet that says Shadow Shot applies to all units and trees behind the target, each granting Wind Ranger bonus attack damage for 6 seconds. Each shackled hero provides up to 36 damage, while trees and other units provide 50% less. Primary Shackle Shot target does not provide any damage. The fuck? Kill Shot. The arrow instantly executes enemy heroes below a certain health threshold. Execute threshold linearly increases with a channeling time. Minimum 5%, maximum up to 12%. Health execution for is calculated after the arrow hits. So it's the old one, but this is really cool. And then of course Focus Fire and Whirlwind facets are gone. Power Shot mana cost is rescaled to be cheaper, but scales to be more expensive by 20. Gale Force more expensive. Shackle Shot cooldown is replaced with Easy Breezy min-max movement speed. Okay. So she can go faster, basically. Power Shot damage replaced with Power Shot slow duration. Aww. Feels bad, man. I wanted Kill Shot and this. Does the Execute work versus Dazzle save? I think so. I think Execute just kills, if I remember correctly. Winter Wyvern. Okay, Universal Hero. Remove the Essence of Blueheart and Dragon Sight facets. So 2 new facets again. We have Winterproof. Cold Embrace can be used on buildings. Chosen building isn't healed, but still protected from physical damage. Affected units or building gain 60% bonus attack damage after the cocoon thaws. Oh, dude, pop this and then Glyph. Buff duration 6 seconds. She can protect buildings? If the fortified building, if the building is affected under the both Cold Embrace and Glyph fortification, the buff duration is paused. Lane creeps don't have this interaction. Yo, what the fuck? Recursive makes all affected enemies take 125% of physical, magical, and pure damage from Winter Wyvern. Whenever the cursed enemy dies, Winter's Curse is recast on the lowest health enemy hero affected by the curse. The recast has minimum, maximum, and bonus durations equal to 50% So she can kill one at a time? Yo, that sounds sick. You like ulti? And you ulti the tank so that they don't kill quickly. And then you kill them. Pick them off one by one. And it recasts. Oh, that's fucking sick. I would demo that, but I really need to go to the bathroom. So I'm just going to finish up reading the patch notes here. And then I'm heading off to the bathroom. We can probably squeeze in one game as well before the cast. Now applies to shrines instead of wisdoms. Yeah, infected units no longer take increased magical damage and pure damage from winter weapon by default. Yeah, but 125% is sick. Remove the voodoo restoration. Okay, and maledict burst is replaced with 1% target max health restoration on 20, and the heal is replaced with 8 seconds maledict duration. Oh, holy shit. You do not want to get the 8 seconds extra maledict on you. Let me tell you, those last ticks are gonna fucking devastate you. I mean, it is on level 25, but it's fucking crazy. Yeah, you get 2 more big ticks, and they are gonna hurt. Bone Guard. Hero kills give 2 skeleton charges. Level 10. Wait, he has different talents on this specifically. Level 10, 25% of Wraith Fire Blast impact damage replaced with 25% and 25% Bone Guard duration cooldown. Okay. And the attack speed is replaced with +5 Bony Boys. Okay. And then he still has the different talents here. Replaced with Spectral Blade Curse and... Huh. That's pretty dank. That's pretty cool. And then the Cleave is replaced with attack speed. I like it. Nice changes for Wraith King. Live Wire. Please nerf. Minimum damage from 2% to 2.5 to 4%. Max damage from 4% to 7% to 5 to... What? They buffed Live Wire? Ain't no way, dude. Divine Rampage amplification per kill increased from 15% to 25? That's a lot. That's a big number. That's one of those big numbers. More likely to kill the first guy, which makes you more likely to kill the next guy, and the next guy, and the next... This could hurt, man. We're gonna see a lot of rampages. Isn't it Garbo still? I am not convinced that it's garbage. I actually think that might be really good. 10% more spell amp on it? Dude, it's really high. The number is very high, boy. Arc Lightning, mana cost from 75 to 90 to 105 now. Radius, jump radius is a little bit down. Heavenly Jump. Leap distance is down on low levels, and slow duration is down. Visual radius is now affected by changes to... vision radius is affected by changes. Okay, so slight nerf to some stuff. What a sick patch! What a sick patch. I mean, it's been a while since we had a patch, but we definitely got a lot of stuff, man. Going back all the way here, I've already been streaming for 3 hours and 40 minutes, so it took me 4 hours to read this fucking shit, which is good! That gets a fucking certified stamp of approval. 4 hours of reading. Good patch. This will be a lot of fun. We'll be happy to go and test this out. I am gonna BRB and we'll hop into Dota and try some stuff. But I'll see you guys in a second.